Hot mic.
Where we're bringing you the latest, don't you know? We're the hosts that you've been waiting for. Chieftain, hero, black light, Oni, and soda pop TV. Laggin' Out wants to shouting about. Bringing you the hottest news without a doubt. From internet trends to the games we adore. All the movie buzz and so much more. We'll keep you updated about what's on your screen. From the news trailers to the meme that's mean. Gotta keep it real, gotta keep it fresh. Lagging out, we're the best, no contest. It's yes.
Hell yeah! What up? Let's get the shots going, bitches.
Lagging out, lagging out, lagging out. Lagging out. Lagging out wants to shouting about. Bringing you the hottest news without a doubt.
Surprise, everybody. That was a surprise. So the staff didn't even know that. The host didn't even know that. Welcome to Laggin Out Live. And you just heard some AI G-pop from the Great Gazoo. Check out his website there if you want to drop the link in the chat, Gazoo. He did that for us the other day. I'm like, oh, we got to share. I got to share this on the live and not tell anybody. So I was like, I had to keep that to myself for like a few days, though.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was a good job. So
Yeah.
awesome job, the Great Gazoo.
Good call.
I'm just amazed that the AI was actually able to pronounce Oni's
That-
name and Hero's name. So
Let me try and get this. He just got timed out by the bot.
oh no.
How do we got to do something about bot tricks.
Yeah, yeah. Is that Botrix? Oh,
That's bot tricks that keeps timing people out for links.
it's stupid.
Actually, we could probably change that setting, but I don't know where you control bot tricks at.
I don't know, and I don't remember, and I gotta look
Eh.
for it.
Nice.
I know where. I'm just not 100%. I gotta like dig in it to find where it is.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Digging it.
Yeah, so welcome to Laggin Out Live. With that music, we dropped 3 viewers on Twitch, so screw you guys for not liking good music. But I actually played that in Audacity at 95% of this feed, and it sounds better, slower. You can actually hear the singer a little bit better. So, but yeah. Thank you for Gazoo for that. Gazoo didn't even know I was gonna do that, so I just threw that in there. I hope you guys. What'd you guys think of that?
I like it.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
When I listened to it the first time.
It's fucking crazy. Can you imagine us coming out to like a convention? It's like coming like out the do watching all the latest news. Chieftain Blacklight on a hero soda pop TV. It's pretty awesome. Good job, Gazoo. We appreciate you. How did that happen?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah. High quality entertainment.
I don't know how is that happening?
Uh-oh.
It's
gonna be Oni all night.
Let's see. I don't know why that's doing that. Let's see. This is what happens when Windows 10 updates shit. So let's go to.
Attention. The preceding content is intended for mature audiences. Opinions and views expressed on this live are not necessarily those of Lagging Out Entertainment, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or any of its sponsors or advertisers. Viewer discretion is advised. If you're under 18, get the fuck out.
I don't know why that's not working correctly. Because why not? Everything else broke today.
Indeed.
Why is it?
.com.
Where is
Welcome, Ghost.
Oh no, not that dude.
connect the wireless display? Oh, that's awesome. There we go. No, still not working. Don't know. I don't know how to fix this. Not sure how to do it.
We'll have to take care of that.
Yeah, the
I have
Zoom
no
somewhere.
idea what's going on. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm so confused on why this is happening. Why it's capturing 3 when it should be capturing 2. I don't know.
This doesn't look like the normal. Wow. But this one doesn't look like the normal shot that you usually pick.
It is. It's just that the screen is huge. And was it PC?
Oh.
The number to get reset with
Capture
the setup.
method display. Why? Oh.
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 Haha! Success!
Attention! The preceding content is intended for mature.
It switched my PC stream to another one from the update.
Fucking
So
update.
that was weird.
Thank you, Windows.
Yeah, that's so weird. It moved my windows around. That's nuts. Anyways, a little bit of panic there, folks, but I got it.
That's okay. It's healthy to raise your blood pressure slightly every now and again.
God. All right. That was weird. All right. Not that we don't want to see Oni eating a pizza, but not on the big screen. Small screen is fine. Big screen, not so much. Unless I go to this one, then we can watch her eating pizza for about 15 minutes here. Eating pizza with Blacklight Oni. What's on the pizza today? Bananas?
No, it's just the pepperoni pizza was free.
That is the greatest price for a meal. Free. So how do you, speaking of free, how do you support lagging out when you're broke in this economy?
By showing up.
That is correct. You
Go
get
sell
a,
fentanyl.
that is incorrect.
Oh,
Do not promote fentanyl on this channel.
not that fentanyl. The
Follow
other
the
fentanyl.
stream page. Tell a friend. Engage with our posts. We are. Can anyone name a social media outlet that we are on that you are not watching?
All of them.
We get a lot of likes. And root for us because we're the greatest show. Are we better than Geeks and Gamers? We like to think so.
Probably.
But don't tell Geeks and Gamers. We
Or
want them
do.
on the show.
Do tell them.
Yeah. Or tell them. And tell them Eric July sent you. Thank you for our boosters. We lost one, but we're not sure which one it was. Soda Pop, Hypernova, The Mariner, Ezreal, Storm Wolf Song, oh, Prophet, and Tyrann Death. See, I didn't say Tyrann Death. Did anyone get to watch last night's stream with The Mariner and Soda?
I did, yeah.
What did you guys do?
Oh,
What did you
wait.
guys do?
Actually, I don't think we died. We fucking kicked some ass last night, actually.
Wow.
I don't. Yeah, I only shot one of our teammates once left. No, I lied. I shot an AOE spell. I didn't know it was AOE. Fucking
God.
did a lot of fucking.
It might help to read the description of the spell before you use it.
Yeah.
Well, we know you had at least 3 viewers last night, Soda. You had Maya, Con Dios, Mojo, and Tyrann Death.
We were going between 5 and 7 most nights.
Inches?
Well, maybe. get back to you on that one.
All right. Just so everybody knows, they were talking about Hero and Soda were talking about dick measuring before we got on live today. So
Really? Oh.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No,
"Oh, show
no,
me
no, no. Yeah.
And then Hero sends me a video of Cade 6 holding a chicken. It's like, check out my cock. Like
Look at
just
this
before the
cock.
show. And like everything's burnt. I want to let you guys know everything was burning before I went on the live today. And then it's like, show me a cock. And I started laughing and I felt better. So yeah, he's sending cock pics to me before the live. So that was
totally.
pretty funny. Oh God, we're a lively bunch, aren't we?
We have issues.
Absolutely.
Okay. Which former president was asked? This is this week's trivia, by the way, brought to you by your mom. Your mom, since we don't have any sponsorships yet. Which former president was asked and declined the role of the in-game president of Fallout 3? Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, or hey, George W. Bush? I don't know. I just tried to
Not
get those.
gonna do. Not
How-
gonna do.
No, that's the old one. It's not gonna die. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Black cock.
But George W. is like he talks like this, like he got caught masturbating in school, and he's like he.
Not gonna
That's
do.
just sounding more and more like Beavis and Butthead by the
No,
moment.
this is. You said bungle. I need TP for my bungle. Are you chatting me?
Yeah, I
No,
figured I would get
only
a
did
Fallout
come-
question since Fallout's released
Fallout's
this
coming
week.
out. Yep.
It sure
remember-
did.
I remember that clip of Oni that we had her doing Cornholio. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. Are you threatening me? I'm torn between B and C. Oh, I don't. Yeah, it couldn't be. It couldn't be one of them because they weren't president yet. Oh, Fallout 3. I think Trump was president.
No.
Was he president?
When
No.
when you say former president, do you mean former president as of right now, or former president as in at the time the game was being produced, they were a former president?
Former president right now.
Okay.
Well, they're all former presidents.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that's why I'm asking a question.
Her question. Yeah, her question is
I'm
valid.
being facetious. Don't need to be defensive.
You're doing feces. You doing
Oh, you mean-
feces? You're being feces.
Sweet.
What's facetious? You're using big words I don't understand.
Mm.
Which future
How about-
president?
Future
Again.
president.
Which
Former.
future
Former.
Okay.
Damn it. Or,
If it's me, it's going to be fake news.
but yeah, we
If
could have
it's
put
me.
slash former slash. No, it sounds. We worked
Which,
it out.
You know, it'd be funny. Which impeached president? And you could have put. And if you'd have put George W. If you instead of George W. you put Nixon, all three of them have been impeached.
That's even better.
Yeah, but Nixon would. He would have been dead by the time Fallout 3 came out.
That's true. That's true. I am not a crook. Here you are, bitch.
Maya with some definitions for you.
Thank you. I wasn't sure how to define it.
Yeah, Nixon's the president of the world now.
Okay. This is not. I I know what facetious means. Thank you, Maya.
Only Clinton was peach in the old. He didn't have sex. He just got a blowjob. Not the same thing.
Yeah. Well.
If
it said-
only that was the reason.
they said blowjob's not sex. It's not the fact that he had it, it's the fact that he lied about it.
He said sexual relations. He just had a blowjob.
I mean, in
What's
truth,
different of is.
in truth, apparently every president has done something dirty in that office. Apparently,
Hell, I'd do it.
Yeah, he was.
Would do that. It's like, oh, congratulate the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. You stay, and you stay.
Wow. I
Take out the
mean,
bottle of Viagra.
why-
even though he was married, it's not like it was an actual relationship. It was only out of freaking political convenience.
Oh, totally. Yeah. So let's go. This is a great topic.
Oh yes.
Starship Indie crowdfunded VR support? Question mark, exclamation point on all three. So Starship Simulator continues to make big splash. Make big splash. Don't they check their spelling? This is from Make Big Splash. I know I didn't write that.
No, it sounds.
It's redwire.com. Redwire.com. Please check your editing. Yeah, continues to make a big splash. Oh, make a big splash. Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. I just can't read. During its Kickstarter campaign, as developer Fleet Yard Studios proves that the demand for a new space sim is definitely alive and kicking. This is from redwire.com or redwrite.com. We've been with the VR and shuttles and alien structure already funded. Starship Simulator has now hit its big stretch goal and will bring with it planetary landings. So this is completely crowdfunded, and I think it's only one person that did it, right?
Where's the
Not 100% sure on this one.
If it is, it's a small crew, which is pretty impressive. And we've been talking about indie games for like since the inception of the Laggin Out Live podcast.
Didn't he, I believe he even got permission from them to do this. Then actually.
Oh, I think they did. That's interesting because usually you got to pay lots of money for that. So yeah, comments about the crew, like they hit like a really they got crowdfunded really quick. Yeah. So let's go around the bend. Who wants to go first? No, let's start with Soda. We never start with Soda. Soda, go ahead.
I agree with Kimo. Probably be out before Star Citizen.
Oh,
sadly,
so
though, the logo kind of looks like Star Citizen when you compare the two. It's kind of weird, but I'm all not a big starships. It kind of depends if they're going the Eve direction or they going more, the
Star Citizen direction,
or even going on what's the damn last game we just played, Starfield. Everything has star in it now.
But this is based on Star Trek, isn't it? It says Starship Simulator.
Doesn't make it automatically Star Trek.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Kind of look like the Enterprise.
Yeah, but
they kind of have the blue. That lady has got the blue suit in there. I know. I'm kind of confused. But go ahead.
I'll just say, I don't think a small studio would be trying to pull off a Star Trek game. So I'm all for these indie guys. I hope it's good. I know Mariner's really into this one, so if anything, we could see it on his stream. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm again. Sometimes if it's too much outer space shit, give me vertigo. So I have to wait. See.
Do you have one of those giant like gyroscope type of gaming setup so that when you sit on it, like it twitches back and forth and shit?
I actually watched. They put Linus Tech Tips for it. He put one of those together the other day. And it just they said the chair was amazingly comfortable, but everything was just kind of placed weird. Like the monitors were placed weird, the keyboard, mouse, like. So I don't know. I think they're $7,000. I think.
Oh, you can afford that. You're rich.
Oh, fuck off. I'm sure. I'm sure my business partner would love that. Came on. There was a giant bucket chair in our office. I just spent $800 on the Joker one.
Oh, really? It was that much money?
Yeah, for the extra large. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he just bought a gaming chair, a Joker, a gamer chair. Of course, because it's purple. Because Soda's favorite color is purple.
Well, and my brother has Batman, so they go together.
I'm Batman. I'm Fat Man.
And they see this will piss me off with the gaming chairs.
Man.
To get the padded armrest, you had to pay $80 extra. They should make them. If they're gamers, for gamers, they should have padded armrests. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Did it come with padded knee pads too?
That's extra. You need to hire an intern for that one.
Anybody got a release date? We found out a release date.
Um,
Still to be announced.
Okay.
I'm looking at the Steam page now, and I am not sorry, but this is heavily influenced by Star Trek. Like I'm looking at all the videos, the looping videos, the trailer
have
stuff.
a good night, Kilo.
It
Already? What?
Poland.
she's in.
Take a couple shots, you'll be good.
Yeah.
The campaign is supposed to end the 19th.
Oh
What
yeah.
that means, I do not know in terms of release date, though. It could just be they're just trying to fund it right now
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
they
you
can
might
actually
be
get it done.
yeah, try
Like
to
this,
see how much money they have to hire,
that's what the
maybe.
stretch goals are for, right, Oni?
I'm sorry.
They're doing the stretch goals to see how much they can squeeze into the game. Was that the reason?
I
It-
mean, generally that's how that works, but it's also probably just to also gauge interest.
In
That
all
way,
honesty, it looks just really heavily influenced by Star Trek. Uniforms are Star Trek themed or appear Star Trek themed. The internals of the ships look very Star Trek themed. Um, the actual exterior of one of the ships that I'm looking at right now, it looks like one of the versions of the Enterprise.
Hmm.
Well, at least that class of ship.
Oh,
So
here's what I want to see.
But here it is, right here. Somebody. It looks like kind of unreal, like the way the camera is.
Yeah, for sure. It was unreal.
It's on rails, right? Yeah. Scale Milky Way. Oh yeah, like look at the outfit, bro.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a Star Trek, right?
Real time.
Oh
That-
yeah. Oh yeah.
Same text.
You're right.
I'll put the drop shadow on it.
Well, there's like no shadows on anything yet, but they're still probably developed. This is probably just a rough once over. They didn't do any at any of the lighting
I'm
effects
spelling
yet.
lawsuit. No, that's not close right there.
Look at that guy on the left. He looks I'm doing the
Orville.
two-
You could say it was Orville. Yeah.
Oh my
like,
god. It looks like the Orville, right? Extensive ship interior customizations.
But if it's real time, that means it's gonna take you forever to get planet to planet.
Oh, they have flags on their sleeves.
Yeah.
That's weird.
why?
Camera file. The camera file. With
Starships
thousands.
designed in CAD software as if they were real vessels.
Why is it weird to
bat-
have flags on the uniforms?
That's Star Trek. Like they don't really show flags. I don't
Not
think.
Star Trek based.
Yeah, it looks heavily influenced by it. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's gonna be 1-to-1.
But that those
Like
look
the
like
sh-
Starfield right there. Let me see.
It just looks like ships from Star
Like
Trek.
shit. Oh, that's pretty brutal, dude.
I like that
No,
black
it is
hole
a-
right there.
Yeah. Diver.
Procedural generation.
Billions of unique variations.
I don't know, Badger. I mean, most likely if he's a smaller studio, he's probably not putting a ton of high polygon assets in it. So,
Well, now that he has the money, he could.
Oh,
But
what actually has you thinking that, Badger?
yeah, why do you think this would be another Star Citizen?
I'm,
It's interesting concept, though. I mean, maybe not. I mean, there's not enough news on that, to be honest.
I don't think he's gonna be charging, 200 grand to buy shit though.
Right?
Right.
How would this even remotely load in in some computers? Well,
It doesn't look too bad, like graphically intense.
honestly,
look that heavy.
it doesn't look that graphics heavy. Like even
It does, Oni. Say that out loud.
I'll be honest. I'm calling this it does have it. I think you're right, Oni, honestly. I've seen a lot of games that have some pretty expansive environments and a lot of assets that and they procedurally generate things. So I don't I'm not phased by somebody throwing out throwing out a billions of possibilities in your explorations.
That's a basic texture, so billions is like literally nothing with that stuff.
Yeah.
And the texture sizes aren't that big, so
Well, they said the same thing about what was the other one that had a shit launch. Now people love it.
You're talking about the
uh
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, yeah.
oh, okay.
Somebody
No Man's
gifted me
Sky
that.
is the same way. It has a lot of possibilities. I don't know if it's in the billions, but it does have a lot of possibilities, and it's a very popular game. People are playing the hell out of it.
Now, yeah. I mean, they basically said if me and Hero started, we would never run into each other in like 1,000 years. Like something
Oh
stupid like,
wow.
yeah.
I think it's honest to be skeptical, Badger, and be a little salty about it, considering some of the releases were lackluster. So it's an honest gripe.
And we've had a lot of the scam, hey, this is going to be this, and then it comes out and it's completely not that, and the studio shuts down and takes everybody's money. So
Yeah. Give me your fucking money.
Give us some fucking money.
no, 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 no.
What do you think, Oni? What are your
Um,
first reactions to this?
It looks like it's just a working demo. I would imagine
Yeah.
that this is strictly using whatever assets they can get a hold of just to have proof of concept. I would be very surprised if this is what the final product looks like at all, aside from in terms of, space. 'Cause there are certain parts of space that they're gonna look the same no matter what the fuck you do, okay? We have
Yeah.
only identified, certain types of galaxies, particular stars and whatever's. Okay, so yeah, whatever. But at least with the uniforms, it's like, look, we have a spacey, futuristic looking uniform. We're just gonna use this as a base model. This isn't official or anything, which would make sense. Now I will say, if I can, the website's called Read Write, not Redwire. So there's that.
I can't even see it's far away. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Well,
Rewrite.
I don't care, Ghost, honestly. It's the fact that I don't see what's wrong with it, especially since they're trying to be legally distinct, or they should be trying to be legally distinct. I mean,
I never even
it's a
said anything
fucking
about
game.
it.
Could have been a costume pack too.
So
now.
I think so. It's really early to be. It's really early to be making any speculations. It's not even at early access yet. This is literally just a funding campaign. So I would like to see them get some more work under their belt and give that to the funders that they've got. Does it make sense that there are a lot of space games coming out or wanting to be crowdfunded right now? Yes. Do I trust all of them? I don't even trust all games. I don't even trust all people. I don't trust
Any
most of my
people.
thoughts. So, there's that. So, for the sake of the community, I hope it's real. But if not, this could be very expensive for a lot of people, and who knows how long it could take for it to even come to fruition if it is real. So just it's cool to keep an eye out on it, but also watch your money and keep your wits about you.
She only trusts her flamethrower.
That's true. Hey, Hero, you already had your comments, but do you want to expand on anything? Okay, moving on.
Just looking at all of this, I'm kind of in agreement. I'm in the same camp as Oni to a degree. It looks very early. It's too soon to say. If these are actual assets they're using, I would probably voice my concern to the devs and be like, "Hey guys, you got to be careful. I hope that you are using 30% variants from original models of Star Trek.
Thanks for the gift, Soda.
Where are those two people?
That's a good question.
All right.
Car Devil and okay.
Car Devil.
But it just, a lot of the assets that are in this trailer look like they just look like things that came out of Star Trek. I honestly didn't say anything bad about the uniforms. I was just saying that they look very, very much like copies from Star Trek. And I noticed the patch on their shoulder. It didn't bother me.
Bothered me.
But yeah, I'm hopeful. It looks good. I can see why Mariner is excited for this game. So I'm hoping the
Thank
same
you,
as he.
Tyrann Death.
I'm hoping the same as he, and that this is a good game. We need more indie devs out there pushing the limits and showing the AAA devs how it's done and how to not use ESG funds.
Take my fucking money.
Right?
Dancing on his face all day. Freddie Mercury looks like Soda. But Soda looks like Freddie Mercury. Uh-oh. We have a battle.
Oh no.
Here we go. Hype train is incoming. Come on, ride the train. The cho train. Come on, ride the train. Everyone else does the come on, ride the train. They don't get flagged. The second I do it, we get flagged. Yeah, look at that. Level 1 hype train. We're going to the 46% hype train now.
That was a pretty cock you sent me today.
That wasn't me. That was Hero.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking to.
It's called Spotted Dick. Oh my god. And not even a funny saying afterwards. So yeah, congratulations. This guy, I think, is going to work really hard and hopefully gets a good, very good, delicious game.
Look at this cock.
What the fuck?
Where's the cock? That's not a cock. Wow,
Crazy.
dude, that's not.
Wow. Eating pizza with Oni ASMR.
No, this isn't a mukbang channel.
ASMR. That's what all the tips are coming for. Everyone likes pizza.
I actually think that meta is pretty well dead now.
I don't know what you mean by meta.
Game
ASMR.
for entertainers / content creators.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that successfully died?
I'm pretty sure that it's pretty well dead now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hey Soda, you have an avatar redeem.
Oh,
I fucking hate ASMR.
what do you want, Deputy?
And you can get that middle finger. Do a tier 3 subscription. You can get that middle finger button cheap.
Oh, it was Ghost that redeemed it, and he's saying that
Oh
know what
yeah.
he likes.
God damn it.
What do you have to do? What do you have to do?
It's the avatar change.
He wants some.
Bad anime chick.
He wants anime titties.
Of course he does.
Such a creeper.
Let's see what I got.
Find
here.
a chicken.
Yes, do it, Soda. Find the chicken.
I don't think I have a chicken, honestly.
You sure?
Del pollo. Pollo tropical.
Pollo negro.
Pollo negro. Grande pollo negro.
It doesn't look like I have a chicken.
Rooster? Red rooster?
I need to find a modeler and create.
That's Steam charts.
Where's my anime chick?
So while Soda is doing that, there is another game release called Angels Fall First. The ambitious indie space game set to leave early access after 10 years, according to PC Gamer's Ian Bourdieu.
Boudreaux?
Bordeaux.
Boudreaux.
Like Martin Brodeur. You know who Martin Brodeur is? He's a goalie. That's
I'm gonna
kind of like how
pretend you didn't just ask me that.
Martin Brodeur. That's almost how he spells his last name. Or I know a Robideau, so it could be Baldereau.
Robidoux.
French of some sorts. But Angels First is a genre blending a mix of first-person shooting and sci-fi dogfighting, and it's reemerged with its first update in 2 years. Better late than never. Even by today's standards, Angels First Fall is an impressively ambitious game. It's got first-person shooting, arcade-style space dogfighting, capital ship combat, supporting up to 64 players in each match. Wow.
Oh,
This
yeah.
That's almost like Battlefield, you know.
With ships.
Right. That's all even more noteworthy when you consider that it's began development early in Epic's Make Something Unreal contest back in 2009. Now it's gotten its first update in 2 years, and its developers are now saying that they're ready to move out of early access into version 1.0. So that's pretty exciting.
Trailer, like it looks like it doesn't look like amazing, like a AAA game amazing, but it looks really good. It has like the fact that you have full-blown space combat and you have on-the-ground combat, which I think is crazy awesome.
And Bank Gothic font.
This, honestly, it looks good.
It looks like Halo.
Kind of.
Yeah. Comments as we're looking at this?
Just, yeah. I'm pretty impressed by some of the space combat stuff. But it looks good. If it's in early access, or if it's coming out of early access now, it looks like it's a ready to ship game already.
Yeah, I just noticed some GUIs were not GUIs, but some LODs were popping in and out, like the rocks were clicking in and out. They look like they're doing texture switches early on.
Huh.
On the rocks in the bottom there, so they'll probably have to fix that. So they'll probably be fixing that later. It's just very minor. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with a first-person shooter if the controls are exactly the same as Call of Duty, so I don't have to learn another control.
Yeah, I hate when I
Perfectly
do
fine.
that shit.
Why would you want to learn new controls for a game that's that's cloning Call of Duty's controls? I mean, you don't even play Call of Duty well.
Well,
That is
good
true.
enough to make make a shot. Remember, no one's faster than me off the trigger.
This
They
might
might be a better shot, but I'm faster.
Might be why
Battlefront.
you're single.
Oof.
Whoa.
I'm single by choice.
This
Mm.
might have like a Battlefront kind of
Nice
play
burn on it.
style.
I will
It's not
definitely
bad.
say though, I'm gonna clown on you and make fun of you for your Call of Duty gameplay, but
That's
I already
fine.
proved that I can't play Halo with a damn no more.
No. Chieftain, help me! I'm coming.
Whoa.
Good.
Sticky grenade. Just throw sticky grenade and a frag, and then start shooting. I did clear out a few guys to help you out a few times.
Yeah. I mean, apparently I still have some of that, some of that good skill hidden away somewhere because I'm apparently able to clear out a bunch of things myself.
Oh,
And
they
then
got
promptly
sentries in
die
this
right
game.
after.
Right. Yeah, like we're all dying like right after. They have a sentries in here as well, apparently.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's see, fire. Fire looks kind of unreally. Looks like I don't have any problem with like already bought and sold assets as long as they're adding them in well. Like right here is fine.
Hey,
with me.
Winry.
What's
Hey.
up, Winry? Do your homework. Always tell her when she does that when she comes in here. But this doesn't look too bad. I mean, it kind of looks like a Halo futuristic space game. But yeah, I'm hoping like I'm looking at this and I almost want to see like the dogfighting now. You know.
We've got a couple of those moments in there where they show some of the space combat.
Yeah. I mean, this looks like I wonder if the games are customizable. You can see the texture on the gun is kind of low poly when he aims down sight a little bit, but the side shots of it, like right there, looks really weird. That little black line there, I think that's supposed to be an indent, but it looks like a painted texture. But I mean, they can switch that out really easy. It's a real quick fix. I like the little hitboxes too. I like that too on that particular gun. That looks pretty nice. I actually prefer that. Like I'm starting shooting. Oh, cool. Like it gives you a more accurate. It looks like it gives you a more accurate lockdown on the gun. Iron sight. Yeah, look at that. Even with an iron sight, it gives you that little square thing where you're getting hit markers. Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much about it.
No, that's fine.
Oh wow, is that the map? Go ahead.
Is this from the video that was in the slideshow?
Yeah, this is the slideshow video.
Let me see if you. I don't know if you'll be able to, but here.
I can fast forward it. Like I can go ahead. I think. Oh, let me see.
Here's the Steam page of it, if you would like. Just drop that in the chat for you.
Okay. This doesn't have. This is all gameplay. That's fine. Like, but look how big this map is.
Yeah.
It's gargantuan. Yeah, it's pretty good back. Comments from anybody? Anyone wants to speak up and talk about it? Like someone's like, oh, it's a basic first-person shooter.
Not as big as your mom.
Wow.
Not as big as.
Let's see if I can make it this bigger. There we go.
What she said.
Is
So
it
what
playing?
do you think, Soda?
I mean, I was watching another video on YouTube on this one. I'm not worried about the lag. When you get the, the servers 64, is it 64 versus 64?
Yeah.
I mean, they've tried that several times and
Probably 32 and 32.
and that makes more sense. And it just was weird how they were upgrading their ship. They were just using that kind of.
Oh shit! Look at that. That's fucking crazy.
See, this looks better than what I might have watched it over.
There's about like 6 ships in there.
Some capital ships going to town.
I never even heard the term capital ships.
They're basically flagships.
Gotcha. Yeah. I wonder if they have like mini vehicles. It looks like they have mini vehicles in the FPS version, the FPS part of this game too. Yeah, I'd so play this game rather than the one that we saw before.
Well, the one we saw before, it doesn't even look like it's started really.
Right. Well, I like FPSs anyway, so oh my god, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking people. That's Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
I still want a game, guys, that where it gives you an editing center so that way you can paint your own character. I would love to do that, throw my own textures on there and shit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Make it look like Spider-Man or something. But I think that's a lot more accurate. Thank you for posting that, Hero.
Yeah, no problem. I was just looking at the Steam page and was watching. I'm like, oh my god, these space battles, and then the clips that were playing didn't have any of the space battles. I was like, nah, we got to show that.
Did they have the price on there? I'm gonna switch back. I'm gonna go to the 4-shot here and switch back.
The $17.99 for Angels Fall First. If you want the full bundle, it's $28.29.
That's wow. That's really good.
Yeah.
But again, who's paying for the service?
Well, I mean, $20 for fucking Pal World, wasn't it? Or was it $40?
28.
That's a good price for this game.
I think it was $28.99, $29.99.
All right, so I'm looking at the game dev or the studio, Strangely Interactive. They don't. Yeah, they only have this game currently.
Does anybody know why it took them 12? What was it? 15 years? Put out an update them.
Well, it took them 2 years from the most recent update because they said we just couldn't dedicate a lot of time because of the recent events, I'm going to assume pandemic stuff, their lives. I mean, these are not professional game developers to my knowledge in terms of like this is their studio, this is what they're paid to do. They made it seem like this is their side project that they're trying to put out there.
Kind of like
And
us.
given that price tag, sounds like it. And I'm not mad at that. And the thing is that if the early access
They
community
are
has
indie
kept it
devs.
alive for this long, it's clearly working. Something is clearly going right.
Yeah.
So they're certainly, if it wasn't obvious, just judging by the just judging by our reactions in general and what we were looking at for like price tags and stuff. This, if in case there was any question, this is definitely one of the another one of the indie devs out there, and we've said it a million times.
Right.
Devs
So
are
like,
the way forward.
yeah, and as if they're not charging $70, I can live with the textures being a little bit dated, because it's only $30, so you're not going to expect like perfect like AAA title textures. But the gameplay looks pretty smooth, though. I mean, that's what we really care about. Like, that's kind of like an afterthought. The textures, they can switch those out, like I said before, because it looks like they're older textures, but they're probably sick and tired of fucking painting textures at this
Probably,
point.
yeah.
But I mean, the sky and the lighting looks okay. The grass is like previous gen grass. Single plane. There's no depth to it. It's just like a single plane, and they just adjust it according to camera angles, which is fine. It's like it speeds up the game. So even the rocks, like they do like a little trick, like you rotate the rocks or flip them and turn them around so they all look different, and then you just clone them over. So that speeds up the game. So this is why they're using all those shortcuts. That being a former game developer or a current game whatever, they're doing all that stuff to speed up the gameplay, which is the most important thing for a gamer at this. Like I want to be able to shoot and not lag, So they're doing that. Even look at that. They're inside there. Like the basic lighting's there. They have the drop shadows. The shadows look nice. They're blue. They're not black. They put the work in there. So I mean, I can go on forever with this. Just even the GUIs are really nice. Like the GUI, the bottom third graphics and the motion graphics, so it can speak to this as well. The timer might be a little small on the top. I'd like to see that a little bit bigger, but that's being nitpicky. And the font they're using on the top left-hand corner is a little small. I'd like to read that a little bit better, but the transparency is nice. Also, a mini map might look good here as well. But I mean, the gameplay looks smooth.
Could be a detriment depending on the type of gamer that you're aiming for.
Right.
And mini maps can make or break some people in their criticisms of a game, especially if it's a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Got a lot of elitists out there that are like, "Oh, that's not a real first-person shooter. Where's the challenge?"
And they can go fuck themselves. Give me my mini map, bitch.
UAV it.
May I give you the system requirements?
Yes, ma'am. Go for it.
At bare minimum, now this is according to their Steam page. There is a note saying that this year's Steam client will only be supported by Windows 10 and later. So keep that in mind. But for their system requirements, as a minimum, Windows 7 or later, processor dual core 2 gigahertz. Memory is 4 gigabytes of RAM, but I'll get to the recommended. Graphics card is an NVIDIA 400 series or later. DirectX version 9.0C. Broadband internet. 20 gigabytes of available hard drive space. Sound card is, and I quote, a little bit of imagination. Their recommended is still Windows 7 or later. No shit. Recommended processor is quad core 2.8 gigahertz. They do recommend 8 gigs of RAM. An NVIDIA 600 series or later graphics card. DirectX, still version 9.0C. Still internet. 20 gigabytes of available space. And sound card is, and I quote, fancy sound card. Yeah.
It's funny that they put that in there.
Also, I found it funny that first ad I saw when I opened up my Steam account was Baldur's Gate 3. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to be losing my sanity to everything else.
So you say, I don't think so, darling.
I'm sorry, I was
What's that
geeking out
penis?
and laughing because the guy that was playing this that we're following in this playthrough here, freaking just straight up snuck up on a dude, stabbed him in the back,
With a knife,
chased
yeah.
the guy down with a knife, and the guy had a basically what looked like a fucking rocket launcher, and he got
Yeah, I think he was out of ammo. That's why he was backing up.
but
I like
those
that like 3D type of X-ray map. That looks pretty interesting. Go ahead.
those requirements are very, very slim.
Look
Yeah.
how thin. Look how thin that
Very.
is right there. Well, remember I was talking about double-sided shaders the other day, Soda?
Yep.
That's an example right there. You can't see the back end. That helps with speed. But go ahead. So go ahead, Hero. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. Yeah, that's great. By the way, Chieftain, I really like when you start breaking down your thoughts on quality of something that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm. I feel it's valid.
I like to hear that. It's good.
Okay. Does the chat like that when I break down the game like that? Because I appreciate the compliment, Hero. Because I'm looking, like, what I do is look for mistakes, but I also look for, like, wow, this is running really good. You know, like, this is really good. This is really good. This is really good. I like this. I like this. I like that. So I'm not like dogging the game. I'm giving an honest assessment. So
I think
I would buy this game. Like right now, I would buy that game. This game, I would be happy playing it. It'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. But I appreciate that, Hero. Thank you.
Was that a Honda logo?
Brought to you by Honda.
Man, I kinda don't want
Well,
them.
no, this I got.
But
I really want to hear what everyone else.
I just think the fact
yeah.
that the system requirements are so low,
Mhm.
it's a bonus. It's a plus on this.
Well, 12 years, well, yeah, whatever, 15 years ago, those were high end, you know.
Maybe the gigahertz was high end, but 4 gigs of RAM.
That's next to nothing. That's pretty good.
That's more than 20 years ago.
Because
when that was top
960s,
of the line.
980s were.
Yeah, my original CPU setup was a dual 960s.
Yeah, same. It's still running out, and it's still running great today.
And then it came like all broken, and I sold them off, and I got a
What,
2060.
Hero Melon?
No, it's the United States Postal Service apparently does not know how to ship computers, but
certainly not.
Yeah, so and Hero doesn't know how to pack them. So
He knows how to pack heat. Packing a computer is a different skill, okay?
that is true. He does know how to pack heat. He does. He's obsessed. But yeah. See, he's into real guns. I'm into like fake ones. I'm like, ooh, give me the energy sword from Halo so I can hang it on my thing. You're like, no, let me get a real crossbow and hang it up there, Chieftain. Like this is what real men use.
I'm trying to Google real life chicken delivery in Florida.
Oh my god. But Oni, you mentioned in the chat there like the dog fighting. You into like the dog fighting type of stuff? You think that would be an appeal for this game for you?
Yeah, like don't get me wrong.
I think that'd be fun.
Running around and shooting things is fun, but I know I suck at these games and I'm not a gracious loser in games like this. I don't like feeling like I have to be carried everywhere. But the feeling of flight is something I do really love.
Cool.
Oh yes.
So, you know, taking control of a spacecraft would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm sending Hero
I'd almost
a live
like
chicken, and you have to name him Cock.
Oni, I would actually like to see like a fighter type of thing instead of like the bigger ships. The plane.
No, that's what they were showing though. Is you saw some of the transport ships, but some of those were more sleek designs, which means they're going to be meant for dogfighting.
Right.
Think of it as like Star Wars.
Right.
Yeah, you've got your Star Destroyer, but then you've also got your TIE fighters, your X-wings. You've got your transport ships that aren't supposed to be shooting but do shoot anyways, kind of like the C-130. It transports things, but it's like, but what if we put guns on it?
Right.
Put a lot of guns on it.
What if we put guns that can target
Right.
independently on them?
They used to call them the AC-130s in Call of Duty because I guess they couldn't name it C-130s.
No, the AC-130 is a particular.
Okay, it
model
is a
of it.
regular one. Okay.
If I remember correctly, they're the smaller ones, aren't they?
AC-130s, aren't
sure.
they a gunship?
What?
Go ahead, Oni.
What?
In the AC-130s in Call of Duty, there was 3 types of guns you can use. You can use like these machine guns. You can use these like long range, like ones that hit missiles, and the ones that just like fuck up an entire football field.
There are some that in some areas they're called Angels of Death, although you could argue that most of our planes could be nicknamed Angels of Death, but part of it's because the display they can put out where it looks like a cross made of fire. But basically, yeah, some of them are meant for strictly transport of troops with, you know, some protection, and some of them are meant for, yeah, you see this weight I got? Yeah, these are called bullets, rounds, and a can of whoop ass. I'm about to open all of it. Now, this is not going to give any of you comfort. This is just a reminder on how expensive and penny pinching at the same time the government is. Some of those models that we fly are over 50 years old.
Yeah, they are.
Just keep that in mind. Those are some of the original C-130 Hercules. They were called, their model nickname was the Hercules. Yeah.
Hercules.
My like you, Oni, my dad is a big fan of the Warthog, and he came up to me the other day. He's like, they're extending it again. I'm like, again?
Yeah,
He's
well,
like,
here's the thing.
He's like
so
happy. He's like, they're extending the Warthog.
because you can't get rid of it. You can't.
It's a great.
Who we are fighting lately, and because of the way technology is going on,
Yeah.
the 810 Warthog is in such a beautiful position to be that thing to just kick their shit in every which way, because most planes can't take a hit from a tank, especially not today with tank technology also accelerating.
I took a hit from a tank, but that was her name.
A10 Warthog can. The A10 Thunderbolt 2 can, because it also has a spare fuel tank in case it does get hit.
Wow.
So you have enough fuel to fly like 50 miles, which is ideally back to base.
Was it true like one of them, like the part of the wing got knocked off and it still got back or something?
Oh no, she was missing a wing, part of the I think one of the rear stabilizers.
Ooh.
And something else, and she flew back to base. She was awarded quite generously as she felt.
Crazy, dude.
It was a female captain.
It was a flying tin can at that point.
Oh yeah, pretty much, but it still made it. And now Fairchild Republic is no longer around. I don't know if they got
the original manufacturer. Yeah.
I don't know if they got bought or were out of business, but so yes, a lot of the ones that were originally built are the same ones, but I'm pretty sure
the Grumman
someone
Douglas
else
probably has it now.
I think they're trying to get someone else to make them. Don't quote me on that, but they are trying to upgrade them. But the thing is that they fly just slow enough. Certain anti-aircraft weapons can't lock onto them, is what I've been told.
It's so fucking old. They can't even lock on. He's like, where the fuck is this tin can?
Because those weapons fire so fast. Some of these jets when they're going top speed, they have to take an entire country worth of circumference to make it around.
Wow.
Whereas the A10 Warthog basically can almost stall in midair while it's shooting its Gatling gun, and then just fuck on off. And also, oftentimes by the time you hear it, it's way too fucking late because it's right on top of you, and
it's already unloaded on you.
You're pink.
Oh fuck now. We should get one. We should get a model and then put the Blacklight Oni logo on the side of the A10, and just so
that's why I love
Oni
the
has
A10.
it.
Okay, there are some great planes, but the A10 to me is just it's so fugly. It's art.
Yeah. It's
so
like
for them to not be able to retire it is like completely unsurprising, because it was built in a time and a place that it turns out we sort of are still in. And the things that they kept trying to argue, we don't do that. We don't
When did
do
it
that.
first
Like,
come out? Korea?
what?
When did the 18 first come out? It wasn't Korea, was it?
It was after Vietnam. It was the
It was
70s.
at Vietnam? Okay.
It technically came into service in 77.
Oh, okay.
Obviously they were being, tested and stuff in the years previous, but it
Yeah.
officially went into service in 77. Now maybe if they could get
After Vietnam,
a few of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, give the Marine Corps, I'll bargain. Give the Marine Corps 5. Give the Marine Corps 5 and give them access to the ammunition, okay?
And put crayons in the cockpit.
Whatever problems you have won't fucking exist. You don't even have to put a pink crayon on the box anymore because they'll just have pink mist everywhere. I'm
God.
just saying. Also, if you didn't know, the Space Force.
The problem is not the Marines or the military. It's the people. It's the person that's in charge of them. But go ahead.
As if you needed any more ammunition to poke fun at the Space Force.
Right. Space
So
Force.
Marines are called Marines or Devil
Right.
Dogs.
Right.
In the Army, they're called soldiers.
Yeah.
Air Force, they're called sorry,
Seat. Whatever.
airmen.
Yeah.
The
Navy, they're called seamen.
Seamen.
Is Coast Guard. Sometimes they're called coasties.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Space Force are called Guardians.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not really, because it sounds lame as fuck.
Guardians. It's
But-
kind of like it's.
Yes,
kinda
like Destiny, but not as cool.
Yeah.
But I will
Not
say
as cool.
the first Guardian graduated from I'm gonna call it it's Drill Sergeant School or Drill Sergeant Academy. We call them drill instructors. But yeah, so congratulations to him. That's a huge accomplishment. That's awesome.
Yes.
I still can't help but take a small dig that you guys are looking at.
They're Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really quick.
That was also said. That was also said.
This week's trivia: which former president was asked and declined the role of the in-game president of Fallout 3? A. Donald Trump, B. Bill Clinton, or C. W. Bush? Go ahead, Oni.
I'm
Or
sorry.
W. Bush. No, I was just reading the thing. Go ahead and finish your thought. I just wanted to go through that really quick. So, yeah. It's a penis with teeth.
What it looks like.
Might as well be. Just to add some salt to the heat that Oni was bringing.
Yeah.
Vehicles being in service at the age of 50, it's not uncommon.
Hey, 50 isn't old.
The military,
That's right.
when it comes to vehicles, it is.
Just ask Badger. Isn't her car 50 years old?
Yes.
No,
So,
Badger-nized vehicles are Badger's is barely in her 30s. Mine's barely 28.
Speaking of barely in our 30s, happy birthday to Blacklight Oni and Honey Badger. They had a birthday.
yeah. But I'm gonna say the military will
Happy
continue
birthday, Oni.
to fix a vehicle until it rusts out, and even then they will replace the parts that are rusting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had Humvees that were
That's what
twice
I
as
heard.
old as me.
Those things are gargantuan. I
Yeah, wait.
rode in an aftermarket one.
I heard that wrong.
Yeah, you did. You fucker.
Oh, he said he had a Hummer. That was
Yeah.
as old as him. Something weird.
Oh my god.
Twice as old as me.
That's a story for after 10 o'clock.
Did it have teeth or no teeth?
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know. Why don't you ask Uncle Sam? He's the one that owns it.
Uncle Sam just fucks you. It doesn't matter what it is. He's not giving you Hummer. He just fucks you.
Okay. Yeah.
Just ask the VA.
Well, yeah, that sounds right.
Just ask any former military going to the VA. They know how we get fucked.
I still using cannons from the Revolutionary War. Hey, at least those are during parades.
They're
You
refurbished.
can legally own a cannon.
Well, yeah, you can legally own everything.
Not assault rifles.
I
You
mean,
can in some states, can't you? It's like $1,000.
Assault rifle is a bullshit cover word that
Assault
doesn't
weapon
fucking
is.
exist.
Assault weapon is.
Oh, okay.
Assault rifle is actually identified in definition by the military. And
Oh, okay.
no assault weapon, quote unquote.
Every weapon is for
Sorry.
assault. That's why I fucking own it.
Right?
Right.
No,
But-
I'm just here to make sure everyone's a lovely little pacifist. Yeah, we're all lovely pacifists until someone decides to fucking whip it out, and then we all
Well,
gotta whip it out.
Who's it bigger?
Don't fucking try. Yeah, Magma, you think that? The Mameluke sword and the NCO sword have been in service for as long as they've been part of the uniform. They are our oldest military swords still in use. And by we, I mean Marine Corps, as in military-wide.
Like in the
So,
commercial?
what?
Remember the old Marine commercial where the guy was
yeah.
like standing straight and he put the sword right up to his ear, and I'd always be like, man, he gets really close to his ear. I hope he doesn't chop off his ear.
That's part of sword drill. That's part of the drill you do. And yes, we use that. We are
I
still
didn't mean to
technically
insult
allowed
you.
to use
Sorry.
that.
I'm sorry I got you mad. I was just remembering a commercial from the 80s.
Now just remember the Mameluke sword is for officers. So
It's hearing us.
Yeah, I am showing my age mojo. Once the problem comes along, you must whip it out. You must whip it. Whip it good.
Oh,
Lord.
Yeah.
please tell me I'm not the only one that understood what Tyrann Death was saying there.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, ghost.
No, nobody understands his reference there.
no.
Okay. So
No.
the AK in AK-47 quote stands for vacuum cleaner. When the AKs were in development back in the day, all the people that were working on the assembly lines and the manufacturing lines for them were being told that they were manufacturing parts for vacuum cleaners so as to make
Really?
maintain the secrecy of what they were doing. I don't know how that articulated to all the people working on the assembly lines, but hey, you know what? Whatever works.
Maybe they thought they were making vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, well, that's why we need this. They have, with military and social programs, they have non-discretionary spending. So, which means they can spend whatever the fuck they want because there's no accountability. And the biggest part of our budget is the military, only second to social programs, which people argue back and forth depending on what side of the aisle you are. It's like, oh, we shouldn't spend that much on the military. I go, well, if you don't spend that much on the military, you don't have to worry about anything else because there's nothing else will fucking exist.
Well, I can tell you from
That's
experience
what I tell them.
when I
said this
worked.
on Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say when I was younger and I built, computer boards, they never told us what it was for until, a roll of ICUs came up missing and they were like 150 grand a piece and they were for the Patriot missiles. So,
Whoa.
Jesus.
yeah, they had the whole fucking building shut down looking for them. And guess where they were?
In the closet.
On top of somebody's machine.
Oh my god.
So yeah, see, I didn't know what I was making. The only thing I knew I actually made was the TSI calculators. That's the only thing I could tell you I knew I was making. So
Right.
everything else was whatever the fuck. Who knows? I mean,
Ask one of your Tyrann Death. Ask one of he said I would prefer an Armalite myself. Ask one of your friends that are anti-gun what AR stands for, and listen to their answer and just laugh at them for being wrong.
He already does.
well,
Yeah, because they don't know what Armalite is. Yeah.
We've had this discussion numerous times, and he's told me the story of how many people's brains he made just explode.
Fucking explode. My LA friends that work on movies, they're like, AR stands for assault rifle. I'm like,
or
no,
automatic
it
rifle.
doesn't. It's an Armalite. It's kind of like Nike, a Reebok. It's the name of the gun. And if you see what an AR-15 looks like, it is not that big of a rifle. In my hand, it's probably this big, maybe.
Object lesson.
Yeah, it's
wow,
it's
dude, that's big.
It's not really a big rifle. It's
rifle.
Horrible.
Object lesson.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the silhouettes in the background. Yeah,
Oh, this one right here is actually an AR-10. It's actually
bigger.
It's a little bit bigger than the AR-15.
Yeah, it's way bigger than the AR-15.
That
My
right
dad's
there.
got an ACOG on his.
This one right here is this
A
one
Mac
is a
10.
Keltec.
I don't know.
It's a Keltec shotgun, 12 gauge.
Got
Does
a
that have
noob
diamond
tube on
plating
it.
on it?
He's got a noob
14
tuber
plus-
on there.
It's 14 plus
It's got a
one.
new tube.
It
Did you
is the noob
unlock-
tube.
Did you unlock all the unlocks for it?
If you ask my wife, I have. Because
I'll
every time I
say,
get a new
yeah.
firearm, she says I RPG the hell out of them. I precision and all that.
So the good news with that, Hero, is with my car, I have the Sky Touch retractable, so that way I can bring up the turret. I meant to go to. I could bring up the turret from the back and just hold it back. And go, ah! Well, it's called Kill Streak, so here comes the Kill Streak. I look like I'm in a fucking warthog.
And then that one right there would be known as the Chris Kyle Special.
The Chris Kyle Special. There you go.
Nicknamed as such because his preferred range round was the 338 Lapua Magnum.
It's the most powerful gun in the world.
Not really. You've got like he when and the reason I bring that up is because when he was asked which one he liked between the 50 cal, the 338, and there was another round, I can't remember what it was. He said that his preference was the 338 because it was much more accurate of a round. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so getting back on target.
Wow.
Stay on target. Stay on target. That's a good segue. I like to say. So, Star Wars Outlaws release date leaks online early, courtesy of guess who?
Lagging
Guess
out.
who?
Oh.
This whole mess. I would say Lucasfilm.
Ubisoft.
Oh, Ubisoft. That's just bad.
Wrong, dumbass. Yes, Ubisoft was actually releasing this. They leaked it themselves. So
Well, they needed to.
yeah, they're trying to create controversy, and here's the reason why. Let's watch. 22 minutes.
Powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy. Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Huts. It's a golden age for the underworld. The Empire controls every corner of the galaxy, but they're distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make millions.
Kay Vest.
What the fuck?
Up until
world's
now.
favorite new scoundrel. We meet at last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Sliro, and now he wants you gone. Rob his fortune and buy your freedom.
This job, it's a death wish. I'm in.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation.
Destiny?
You wanna survive? Know the players.
You're new to this world.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
Jabba, right? Look, don't try anything. I got a whole crew surrounding the... Okay, we're skipping that part. For about as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Nix. Doing what we have to survive.
Is that Lilo?
This job is my
I mean,
one
Stitch,
shot
rather?
at freedom.
Yes.
But if we're gonna pull this off, we need the right crew. And the right ship. Yes.
The right eyebrows.
Right.
Because you were one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
She's more connected than you let on, Sliro. Bess is mixed up in something bigger. The Outer Rim is a dangerous place. Everyone is fighting for
Soda
their
would
piece
know
of the
about that.
galaxy.
Yeah, just can't get out of the room.
But all I want is to live free. So I'm
I
gonna
thought.
risk it all. Hold on, Nick!
Live free or die hard.
Star Wars Outlaws pre-order available now.
Character designs got pissed off.
Each of you
Okay.
Ugh.
Now you were saying something about the 3D the female protagonist in this before we
Yes.
went live. So what were you saying about that, Hero?
I'll just bring up a picture for demonstration's sake.
Okay.
Model. Perfect.
Okay. So reactions, Oni.
Kind of seems like the typical story, you'd say it. Like Mojo said, it does look very Han Solo-esque. For me, it's a lot of the costumes, a lot of the places that you see. I understand you're a mercenary trader, that's what you do, you go to the places, but
Right.
Jabba wasn't the only Hutt in the cartels, okay? There were plenty of others. They could have brought in the Black Sun. They have plenty of illegal operations too. It did look like they did include some species that haven't been seen very much. It looked like one of them, so there was one that looked like a vampire bat kind of peeking over the side of something.
Yeah.
That looked like a Chandra fan. They're like little bat people. They're really cute.
Okay.
That is a species that is in the books for role play. You can play one of those. I'm not sure what the little critter is supposed to be though. That I'm not saying you can't make new lore, but
That's
I'm just
the model
saying
that they
Yes.
took.
That's
Go ahead, Oni.
That's the lady that
that
they-
model looks. Honestly, the model just looked fucked up because it didn't look quite like that in any of the lighting in the actual trailer. So I don't know what the fuck happened there. It's like they elongated the chin a little too much.
Let's
But
find
also,
another one.
is that supposed to be the model they based her off of?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the lady that they 3D scanned for it.
That
They gave her a butt chin.
not just that, none of the
They
none of
gave
the
her
features,
high cheekbones. They
Yeah.
gave her a man's brow, like the head ridge.
none of the features. I mean, like you could argue, well, you don't know if she was photoshopped. She looks nothing like the model that they scanned in.
Mm-mm.
Exactly. And that has been the biggest complaint ever since this trailer dropped. Everything about this screams to the fact that every one of the major game devs, every one of the major studios has come out and stated that they want to, Microsoft especially, they made a point of saying, hey, game devs, try to avoid putting attractive females in your games now. They actually said it. They said the quiet part out loud. They are intentionally uglifying every female character that they
Picking that
put in the
exact
game.
word.
Uglify?
Uglify.
Yes.
Uglify.
That character looks like she hit every branch of the ugly tree when she fell out of it.
I am non-binary.
I am highly offended.
Fuck your feelings.
I think they were going for the like the rough and tough kind of look, actually.
I have seen badass female characters that were actually attractive. They don't have to be drop dead sexy every fucking time, but
Female Marines.
no attempt
Literally-
at this.
Literally, most of the female Marines I've known, few exceptions, were very conventionally attractive. Also physically fit, mentally sharp. They were not just walking dolls, all cutesy in their uniform. No, they were female Marines, shot well, could do whatever had to get done. but would have their nails nice and taken care of. They'd have their makeup very nice and clean. Their hair would be immaculate. Never a hair out of place, okay? That hair will last all fucking day. That is that. Cheers to all them, because I never fucking did that shit. I shaved mine. I'm like, fuck that.
You didn't need to. You're actually an attractive person, so you're welcome.
But you
You're
look
welcome.
at their hair.
You're
You
welcome.
look at female Marines who actually have long hair. They'll have buns. They've been allowed certain other
Can't take a
hairstyles.
compliment.
There have been more hairstyles allowed, especially for Black Marines.
Yeah.
Or other ethnic communities who have special hair needs. They've been allowed. I'm glad, because that took a long while. They always look clean cut. They always look very professional.
Yeah. Well, police officers too. Female police officers have and also, have you ever seen
Have you seen
the women
some
of the
female police
IDF?
officers? Stands have been going down. They don't need to have all the very strict grooming standards. I mean, there are cops out here. They can wear beards.
Yeah.
Now,
Here too.
I understand that I'm up north fairly high and it gets cold.
Higher. Northern.
But
I'm Norther.
I just don't think that as much as I think facial hair looks cool,
Yeah.
when you're in a uniform, mustache,
Yeah. Basic, right?
We can't be doing that anymore. There's a reason why people grew beards back then, and it was mostly because if you got a cut, you might get gangrene and fucking die. Your face might melt off.
Yeah. I've known a couple of girls, women from the IDF, and it was the same thing that you're talking about as far as the Marines were concerned, working at a Jewish camp. And they would have people from Israel there. So they do a standard 3 years in the IDF, and they come there, and I'm like, these women are gorgeous. I'm like, they all should be models. And I'm just like, but look exactly what you're saying. Yeah, they're attractive, but they can still use Krav Maga and just snap your neck, But,
and there is a benefit. There's a benefit to being an attractive woman in the military. You have all the training, but it's easier for people to let their guard down around a more attractive woman, especially when she doesn't look military. She lets her hair down. She dresses like the locals, acts as the locals. She can be a top-notch infiltration specialist, and you would never fucking know.
Not like this chick right here who looks like she got an extra fucking chromosome.
I wonder that they're going to redo that before release.
With as much backlash as they're getting, I hope so. But all of the usual suspects are out here defending Ubisoft's decision to make her.
Of course they are, because they're all ugly fucks. That's why.
If the game's good, I don't
game
care.
Developers, bro. You think they all look as good looking as us? Come on.
Right.
I just, it's okay to have attractive characters in a game.
Right.
It's expected, actually. It's fantasy.
I understand the look they're going for, though.
We play games to escape this bullshit, and they're trying to make it so that we can't run from it. It gets even crazier when you look at there was a good amount of the trailer that looked good. There was also a good amount of the trailer that looked like puppets. I've seen puppets move better than some of those characters.
Luck, Watto.
Move your fucking courser away from his face.
What's a courser?
Wow. It's just the whole this it's Ubisoft, the same developer that said gamers need to get used to not owning their games, the same developers that released Assassin's Creed multiple times in such a state that they were floating eyeballs and teeth and not an actual playable game, the same Ubisoft that has been known for trying to turn everything into a live service, which this game is going to be online only. It is certainly a Han Solo type character, I think that's exactly what they're going for. If you look at the character, what she's wearing, you can tell that they were really trying to go for the Han Solo nostalgia, like hardcore.
Yeah.
But this game, I'm calling it now. This game's dead on arrival.
Wow. I've seen that more than I thought too on YouTube this week.
A lot of people are also agreeing with that statement, but
just because the chick's ugly?
No.
Like in this shot, she doesn't look that bad.
It's the for me, it's the fact that they're going for a live service type angle. They're not saying it, but they're going for a live service type angle.
They should have gotten Rogue Penguin for the model.
But most of the Ubisoft live stuff is just cosmetic crap. So
I don't think this time. I don't think it is this time.
What would they do? Like
I don't know.
Maybe you can make her hotter. I mean, Assassin's Creed, you can put hoods on the, and all that shit on them. So,
are you implying that she's got a butter face and they need to cover that shit up?
I definitely understand the look they were going for. So
yeah,
and one of the excuses that one of these devs was trying to say was, "Oh, our capabilities of these days is like with how real we can make things, we couldn't soften the looks that well."
I don't believe that.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Really?
They have people just go ahead.
Really? Go ahead, Chief.
There's people that go to school just to do organic modeling. There's literally no excuse for this with displacement mapping and using ZBrush or Mudbox or any other type of marmoset or the marmoset toolbox or surface painter. There's literally, to make a displacement, there's literally no excuse now with the skills that we have. I'm like,
they mocap the whole what is it, the Planet of the Apes. Those are all humans with mocap faces on. Like
they mocapped this woman.
Poor excuse.
They mocapped this woman 1-to-1 damn near, and yet you look at the characters in that trailer, all of the other characters, and you look at their actual models that they use, that they based the character off of.
It's ridiculous, dude.
And they are damn near 1-to-1. Freaking,
yeah.
What was his name? Kelkestis, or I think it was Kelkestis in the trailer, and he looks damn near identical.
Yeah.
Why
what
couldn't
are they
she
afraid
be?
of? Oh no, there's a hot person in there. Holy shit. Yeah, I want to see a hot person. Like, even if it's a dude. Like, I don't care. Like, if they're like good looking, that's their fucking job, is to be pretty. Why are you gonna ugly down somebody?
I mean, that's
like
my
Charlize
problem.
Theron in Monster, like they had to like ugly her up for make her look like the character. But then again, you have she played Storm. Halle Berry as Catwoman. She looked hot as Catwoman. Bad movie, but she looked hot, and they made her look hot. They make her look more hot than she was, if that was possible with her. Who cares? No one gives a shit. People care about, again, playability and enjoyment of the game.
Yep.
Like that's it. Textures and effects are secondary. They're always that's what I teach in my game design class. It's like, oh, that's great. It's all pretty. How can you play it? No, it runs at 15 frames a second. Then it makes no fucking sense to make it look that good, because if you can't run it, then no one's gonna fucking buy it. And I tell them, I just flat out tell them, I go, it looks great, but your playability is shit. Reduce the textures. Oh, I can't. Well, then you know what? Then I cut your contract and then I fire you as an artist because you're too fucking stupid to take direction. That's what it is. It's like these junior artists are becoming senior artists and art directors and don't have basic problem solving skills. That's what it is. Oh, we don't want to do it. No, you're just fucking lazy. You're just fucking lazy, because it takes literally no time for me to do that. I made $700 blinking fixing a fucking destroyer for a World War II. I did it in really fast time and turnaround. The boss, by the way, we're getting our first production credit because of that, guys. But Laggin Out's doing. But I'm just saying, like, I can't be the only one who thinks this. There's other gamers are saying, "Are you fucking serious, bro? There's games older than this that they do a better job."
Yeah.
They can make a pretty poster like this, but is this going to be the gameplay? No, it's airbrushed the fucking shit out of it. You know.
I mean, the gameplay looked good.
I thought it was fine. I'd buy it for $5.
Well, it's like right around my
Oh,
birthday, so
that's
since,
right.
since
I
nobody
forgot.
got me anything last year, they can buy it for me.
No, because you're a man, dude. You don't give man birthday presents.
Whoa, dude!
I forgot.
What?
I forgot why it was that I was saying that this
You're
was
not 12.
on arrival.
Maybe I am.
So, just to get the game with a physical copy,
Yeah.
$110.
Oh yeah, this game's expensive.
Really?
And if you want early access, bugs and all, because that's what Ubisoft does.
Yeah. If you want the bug copy.
$130.
Yeah. It's not cheap.
$130 if you want early access to this game.
You know why? Because it says Star Wars on the top, so they add another $80.
No, because it's Ubisoft and they really like fucking around and finding out.
Oh.
I don't know.
So the game's gonna bomb, is what you're saying.
What's that?
So you're saying the game's gonna bomb? DOA?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Does everyone believe that? Oni, Soda?
I don't know, but
No, what?
It's not going to do well. Hero says it's not going to do well. It's not going to do well. You don't think so
No.
either?
Do I hope for some people's sakes that I just saw type in the chat that they do want to buy the game, that it turns out okay? Yeah, I do. Because for that fucking price, yeah, better suck my dick and replace my alternator for that fucking price.
I was thinking almost the same thing except for the alternator.
Like,
yeah.
$110 for a physical fucking copy. Look, I like my physical copies of games.
Right.
Not for $110 fucking dollars. I could buy for I'm rounding up a little bit for some tax and shipping. Let's say $120.
Yeah.
A 22-piece 3D printed miniatures set to 28mm scale of a bee colony, a beehive. Okay, there's like the queen bee, there's a musician, some cannoneers, some archers, axe wielders, mages, all that shit.
Right.
For 22 miniatures, I could buy better quality shit than this fucking game. Yeah, price is no issue until you realize, Magma, that there's probably going to be some in-game purchases. I'm almost willing to bet there's going to be in-game purchases. Let me know when you reach that. And
Magma said he's buying it for you as a late birthday gift.
no, the fuck he's not.
That's
No,
what he
the
just
fuck
said.
he's not.
He just texted me and said it.
No, the fuck he did not.
Yeah, here it is right here.
No, the fuck he didn't.
I'm just kidding. He did.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
Easy. Being funny.
Ghost, where did you get that information from out of this conversation?
What does that say?
Ghost.
Wait,
Ghost. Did you really just say I don't really know about Warhammer 40K?
No, he said that you're not into it.
Yeah, because I have this fucking thing called a job and bills. I'm not gonna have the money to be spending a fuck ton on all their fucking miniatures that they keep
Exactly.
overpricing.
Completely overpriced. They're nice little. They're nice.
Oh no, they're absolutely lovely.
They're beautiful.
But the problem is
yeah.
they're so. That has to be your only fucking hobby.
Right.
Or
Henry
you better
Cavill.
know someone, or better be able to give them some nice favors. I'm not saying it's always physical, but you know, you better be good at what you do and maybe get some discount because some of that shit is fucking expensive.
Speaking of that, Oni, they are making
Also, they're British, so it's a little different.
Warhammer version of Halo.
Oh wow.
Which one is that one?
Warhammer.
It's coming out. My rep messaged me today. Like, you want to pre-order it? Like, no. No.
Unfortunately, Warhammer video games have been.
It's not Warhammer, but I'm talking about they're the miniatures and all that shit, not actual.
Oh yeah. That's Yeah, that was announced a while ago. Again, Age of Sigmar is getting an update, but again, when you buy new miniatures, that means you have to buy the new specs, which means all your units have to be redone pretty much because it throws off the proportions.
You hand paint all those yourself, right?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
usually.
some
And
people do,
assemble them.
some folks professionally paint them, some folks don't. Some people just leave them unpainted. It's, whatever. But yeah, again, shit's expensive. I have bills to pay, mouths to feed. I'm not going to be buying miniatures. I really don't. If it's not between work, home, or places to get the shit that I need to exist, I'm probably not gonna fucking go there.
Yeah. That's fair.
So yeah, not for a lack that I don't like Warhammer 40K. I just like my money a little bit more than just investing in a game that I'm never gonna play with other people because I hate people. Also because I have this thing called the fucking budget.
Thanks. You hate me? Thanks.
I do.
I buy stuff like this.
Please don't be what I think it is.
No,
Okay.
this is a cover for the inside of your Jeep. Like it covers the bolts.
Yeah.
The bolts to what?
The door on the exterior and in the interior.
Why the fuck does it need covers?
Because it looks cool with my white Jeep. I have the black highlights. It just looks cool aesthetically.
Oh.
Yeah, they weren't that much money, Oni. They were like $12. So it's like, that's not a bad price. So I'm cheap. So I'm like,
So you
okay,
gotta go pay somebody $100 to put them on.
That was just from my gas tank. No, they threw in the. I have like one of those floorboards that dropped out. Those are $2,000. So, but it doesn't suck my dick. But I mean, it's still
Whoa.
cool to look at.
It might. You haven't looked hard. It might be something
Yeah.
like under the dashboard or something.
Oh God. What do you think, Chieftain? Since both me and Tony have had our say.
I was throwing out the comment. I was giving my commentary in between yours commentary, so I already got my opinion on that. But yeah, I already said what I had to say. But I think Soda, did you say what you had to say? Do you have a kill streak painted on it? No, I do not have kill streak painted on it. But do you guys want to see? I'll show you the decal when Soda's talking about it. Hold on, I got it right here.
I think this game's gonna do okay. I want to play it, so I'm not so big on the Butch model. So
wow.
I mean, you know what I mean. I think they did it like that's how she's supposed, like braggedy, rough, kind of, badass. Like I understand. Yes, we can have badass. It still look good. So, but we'll have to see.
That's gonna go on the hood right there.
He did get me on my last one, so we'll see. And I think it's Epic Store release too, so a lot of people don't like Epic Store, so
Wonder why.
I don't have a problem. I've never had any problem with the Epic Store.
I don't think it's a problem with the Epic Store per se. Probably more of who owns them.
I don't care
Right.
who owns them.
Yeah, they keep on updating the Unreal Engine, and I'm like, the more they update, the more I want to do 3D models of us in the game because they have sliders
And
where
we
you
can
can
do
actually
VR,
build
too.
characters. And I wanted to build Soda, but build him like it's a cross between his avatar and what he looks in IRL, and just do that in there and see how it comes out.
Build me like one of your French
Well,
girls.
theoretically, if you built me, I could use it in here, but I haven't
Yeah.
had anybody do it yet.
I'd ask like Hero how long the hair would be for your hair, and I'd ask Oni what color mohawk would you want it straight up or have it flopped over. So I'm thinking like blue mohawk with Oni. What do you think? No.
What's her color? Awkward.
I feel like it'd be
Teal. So a teal. Like I was thinking about doing all 3D like eventually when I'm done with everything, just to see if I can do it. Just like to train myself. I was going to use that as a personal project and you guys as my 3D references, like my 2D references or 3D references IRL, and see if I could put it in the game. Of course, I need your permission to do so.
If you do it, I feel like you'd have to make it so that the mohawk would change colors randomly.
Like a mood ring, like if she's really angry, it turns red.
Or like power-ups.
That would be good.
Yes,
yeah,
like power-ups.
Yeah. Like, what would be your power up? You get like a Thor's hammer or something, hero, and
Depends on the day. Maybe a hammer, maybe a really big rifle. Who knows?
Yeah, like 16 rifles on his back running. And like the power up would be like one of those AI assists, but it's your daughter and your wife, and they're running with you like a group.
Take a rifle off my back and start shooting.
Or being able to hack all like area of effect units and turn them on their owners.
There you go.
I'd be in a wheelchair because I'd have a bad back. It'd be like I think Oni compared it to, it's like, no, we'd hook you up with a really cool wheelchair like Professor X, and like have a floating chair.
Well, he just couldn't walk. At least originally couldn't walk. He can walk now, apparently.
Right. I choose
but you
not
could do
to
it as like
walk.
an exosuit.
There you go. That's not a bad
So there are a
idea.
couple versions of that. So basically, it'd be kind of more like a Titan,
A Titan or
like a Dreadnought from Warhammer.
I was thinking between a dreadnought and kind of like Iron Man suit kind of thing, but kind of like and we'll talk later. We'll talk later. we'll do so.
Planning the video game.
We'll have Badger do the character designs for us. So get an arc chair and a Wally for Chieftain. Oh yeah. There we go for Wally right there.
Wally.
That guy, like riggedy Rex, son. I try to keep your guys' stuff in there except for the autograph ball. I gotta find like something to put it in. But yeah, okay. Let's move on. Oh, look at it. James Harden news. All right.
James Harden.
Jesus Christ.
James
Where
Harden
you
is
at?
our favorite, our second, or you know what? Our favorite Texan. I'll just say that.
Wow.
Why are you so deadpan, Soda?
Wow. You took an extra Xanax today.
Maybe. You can't prove it.
You can't prove it. Students been yelling at me all day.
That was yesterday.
Oh, okay. So, who wants to introduce this topic?
Oni, you haven't introduced one yet.
Oh, okay.
Can you do it, please?
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
recently in Texas, there were some, let's just say, introductory small businesses of various sizes. Small, it's a general term. Basically for excellence. And Mr. Eric July won the 2024 Richard DeVos, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Young Entrepreneur Award winner. It was on Instagram, YouTube, probably a few others that I don't use. But they were also incredibly gracious about it because they also wanted to congratulate everyone who won an award that night, everyone who showed up to the awards, everyone who's been, putting in the work to make these dreams reality.
That's the award name, Gazoo.
Yes, that's the
Sorry,
award.
Oni, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
Yeah, the 2024 Richard DeVos Young Entrepreneur Award winner. So, given that, technically, the Rippaverse has only been around for about 2 years, and I'm saying 2 years generously. I'm saying that to include some of the crowdfunding Kickstarter campaigns, kind of generous, okay? Now, yeah, you could also say, well, there's business licensing, there's purchasing of buildings, legalities and all that shit. So let's say maybe 3 years if we're being. No, it couldn't have been 3 years. Maybe
not 3. Not 3.
Well, maybe to apply for certain licenses, but he's put out some news about what he and his company are doing, and conventions are being lined up left and right, expansions, cost decreases because international shipping has gotten a lot cheaper because they're starting to branch out. They're finding those resources, getting a hold of those contacts that they need to get a hold of. Crap's sake, how many comics has he put out already? Like
A shit ton.
three names,
Right.
but I think it's 4 actual comics in
This is
terms
the
of
fourth one.
volumes. I'm sorry?
This is the fourth one. He's got ISOM 1 and 2,
That's
Alpha
what I
Core
just
1,
said.
Yeah,
and
and Yara.
Yaira.
Yaira, that's literally what I
Yaira.
just said.
I'm sorry, guys. I keep on saying that name wrong. I'm not doing it on purpose.
On top of the magazine announcement,
Mm-hmm.
on top of other projects that they're currently trying to work on. I mean, him going to these events to network with people, to put his face out there, to build a community that has been so beaten down.
Yeah.
That takes not only a lot of courage, because he's getting some really heinous shit thrown his way, okay?
It's not fair either.
It's actually, let me look up one of the things someone actually said. The gall to say this, because if they said it to anyone else, if his race were brought in, it would be a huge problem. But for some reason, it's okay to say it to him. I mean, this is like,
because he's libertarian.
Give me a moment.
Yeah. So like the reason why they do that with people that are either center and right is because they're called names like Uncle Tom, which if you actually look up Uncle Tom, he's actually a hero.
Oh no, I know.
It's okay to call a black. It's okay to be derogatory towards somebody who's a libertarian or right wing. But yeah, go ahead, Oni.
Another thing to mention is they're going after this school too, Northwood University.
Of course they are.
Right. So go ahead, Oni.
Someone said, I'm not going to put their name out there because if you want to find it, you can find them. Stick with me, okay? You will lose brain cells. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Go for it.
And I quote, Freemasons only promote and reward their own, like Eric, who's a barely literate, talentless grifter. Why congratulate him? They capitalize congratulate, by the way, on being a massive sellout and enduring a Masonic humiliation ritual. Just a coincidence that Eric is 33 years old. 33 Freemasonry.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I cannot make this shit up.
They're trying to call him a Freemason. Here's
the thing. One, that's not a fucking that's not a bad thing, you dumb fuck.
No. Yeah,
Second of all, does that mean when I turn 33, I can be a Freemason, even though I have 2 X chromosomes, so I'm technically not allowed to be a Freemason? That'd be fucking nice. And 3, to say he's barely literate, how fucking insulting. You put a capital C in congratulate when it's not a fucking title. Also, English is arguably one of the hardest languages to learn. Don't put people down. He's building a fucking company.
Dubai focus.
Also we have we've got a bot.
We'll get rid of it. We're good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good call.
So
we catch that shit so fast.
It is insulting that, heaven forbid, someone's going and living their dream. Not only living their dream, making that dream a reality for other people. Enduring all this shit, and you only have the worst things to say.
Gay.
It blows my mind. Because it's only bad if it happens to some people, but you put the same treatment to others and it's okay.
Right.
Because he doesn't fit your view of what that type of person should be. The fact that you even have those thoughts shows you're not nearly as woke or inclusive as you think you are.
It doesn't.
Ghost, with all due respect, I'm very aware.
Yeah.
I'm very aware. I know people who have or been Freemasons who were of the Scottish Rite, which, funny enough, its full title is, I think it's like the Honorable and Ancient Scottish Rite, and in England, they don't call it that. It's just called like the York Rite, or Scottish Rite, because they're not saying. They're like, look, Scotland, you voted against your own independence multiple times. You don't get to say the Ancient Scottish Rite. You have to be Scottish. That's good enough for us. Anyways, so I found that funny. But people already kind of look at people funny when you mention anything about secret societies. The Freemasons were, if I'm just putting this out there in case someone might have a question about this, it was essentially an early version of a fraternity, minus the whole, go hazing by bar hopping and stupid shit. They're part Scottish. They can do that for free. It was basically this community of people who not only were helping to improve their communities, helping to improve themselves, their families, learning valuable skills like masonry, actual masonry. They did do that.
George Washington was a Freemason.
A lot of the founding fathers were Freemasons.
Yep.
The way they are helped to build cities were based on certain geometries and styles. But allegedly they're a secret society. Some people associate it with magic.
Give
like
us some
Crowley.
fucking money.
No.
We're not going to touch that. If you want to go down the Wikipedia rabbit hole, go right ahead. Don't believe everything you read. Just they've been dwindling in numbers because, well, most of them are aging out, and by aging out I mean dying, because they haven't been able to keep recruitment up. That's been a thing for a very long time.
Good lord.
It's just some folks are finding it difficult to modernize, and some of these societies are as well. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing, doesn't make it a cult. I mean, look at Scientology. People still join that.
That's most obviously a cult.
So
Allegedly.
I just don't understand why calling a Freemason is some sort of insult. In fact, he should, like, they should be knocking on his door going, "Sir, you would be like the best representative of us. Okay, like, we'll waive your dues or anything for X amount of years. Fucking please, we need the numbers." Like, they should be knocking on his door.
Ay.
But
what the fuck?
Ghost, really?
But I mean, Mr. July has been absolutely knocking it out of the park. He hires everyone that we've seen has been absolutely delightful to speak to or communicate with.
Very professional
They do
group.
excellent work. He showcases the work of those around him.
Credits him.
He's still giving
Praises
talks.
him.
It's great. The fact that anyone will try to put him down just because of what he does or does not believe in, I think is really, really telling of what they don't believe in. He's actually being the change he wants to see in the world, and they're just trying to do everything to stop him. And it's just making him more famous. It really is, because you're talking to a demographic that's been sick of this shit for years, and he's doing everything right. They are chomping at the bit for his next release.
The Trump effect. The more they try to
Actually, fun
ostracize
fact,
him, the more.
give me a second. You're gonna want to see this.
Yeah, sure.
While she's looking that up, he
What
did.
the fuck?
Somebody did that
Trump of
because they were
comics.
comparing him to Trump, and it's
That's fucking funny.
his video covering that was so hilarious because he was like, "Hey, thanks, I'm honored." Because while he doesn't necessarily agree with Trump, he just he's totally on board with all the success that Trump somehow has been pulling out of his ass.
But he's getting the same people there because everyone knows it's bullshit. So everyone knows it's bullshit with Trump. Everyone knows it's bullshit with Eric July, because Eric July hasn't done nothing but work hard to get where he is. So they make up this shit. They want, and the more they say, like, more bitches, more problems. Like, more money, no more problems.
Yeah.
So it's,
you start getting.
And he told us on the show, when you get to this point, you have to lawyer up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you have to, and we did. So that way we can go against that friggin' English bitch that tried to cancel us 2 years ago. She can go get fucked.
I don't know. But it's absolutely wild that these people are they're actually in that same video where he released the news about Northwood University giving him that award. He made a point of saying that he kept it quiet on purpose. He didn't make any announcements, kept it off of social media because he knew what was going to happen afterwards. As soon as the announcement came out, the cancel pigs were coming after his after the school. They were going after the school right after that. And he he said they were comparing him to Trump and to Hitler, of all people.
Of course, because why not?
Yeah.
They all go together, right?
Mr. Mustache, Mr. Hankety Clankety.
Yeah, hankety clankety. Sie kann es sagen. The time on you.
It just,
yeah.
Like, why?
Because don't know. They don't, Hero. They don't know the actual dictionary meaning of cult, and they don't know the actual dictionary meaning of fascist. The people that use those two terms are not smart enough to actually know the definition, but they say it because they hear it a lot. They're not smart people, Hero. They're not like us. They're not like our chat. They're not like our community. These are not smart people that just believe whatever the headline is and nothing that's underneath it. Does that make sense?
It does. And then one last thing, and then I'm willing to move on.
Soda's heard me say that way too many times. I'm sorry, Soda.
One last thing, and then I'm ready to move on, or to whoever wants to speak next. I find it further insulting and disgusting that that person had the audacity to say that that Eric July was barely literate. The man's a musician, a comic book artist, and
editor,
comic book writer and editor, ran multiple successful companies. The
business owner,
The Rippaverse is one of at least 5 different companies that he has started and ran that are still running, by the way. You're going to say he's barely literate and he's got that kind of success behind him? He's got that kind of literacy behind him? I'm just saying.
They're dumb people, man.
Very. But all I gotta say is I'm not talking to Eric until I see Ice On versus Super Soda. So. You hear me, Eric? You hear me? We're tweeting
now,
it
because that is going to be a clip. Another one actually dropped the other day, and you like called him out. Like, he must think you're fucking a trip, because I think he absolutely loves you, dude. He just because we give him softballs, to be honest, but we do mix in tough questions.
Well, yeah,
that's what he appreciates.
Yeah, that's what Oni and Hero for, and then I give him the bullshit.
Yeah. The smart ones give the smart answers, and then we do the dick jokes with them.
Yep.
So.
No, congratulations, Eric.
Yeah, congratulations.
You're watching our, I'm sure you don't have time, but yeah. It's awesome. I know how hard it is to make any kind of business work. I mean, we've been, I don't say slaving, that's a bad word, but struggling and pushing and everything for 4 years with my company. So yeah, I know how.
Yeah.
How that can go. Super Soda, yeah, we can make him president. Oh man, I wanted to hear it. But that's our ringtone.
Welcome, right? It does sound like a
that
ringtone.
Is kind of it is really catchy. I was taken by surprise.
Yeah, I didn't even tell Gazoo I was going to do it, but I'm assuming we had permission to do it, considering our names are in it, so it gives us carte blanche. Yeah. Who would be his VP? Super Soda for president? That's a great question, Oni. Who would be Soda's vice presidential candidate?
That's a good question.
Is my camera blurry?
No.
Okay.
It'd probably either be Mariner or Cheer Death.
Definitely Mariner or Cheer Death, yeah. But speaking of Soda, guess what, Soda?
What?
Your segment is up.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Refreshing. Sexy. Bubbly. Soda's 6-pack.
Soda's 6-pack.
That's still fucking awesome.
We have like all these fancy music and graphics and shit. How are we not partnered?
I don't know. we need more people sharing and liking and all that stuff. So
Yeah, but I'd rather have people sharing and liking than like giving than getting subs. I'd rather just get like 1,000 people in here enjoying and having fun with us. Yeah.
So this is actually, I don't know if I was shocked to hear that Dredge was getting a live action. If you guys haven't played Dredge, it's kind of a, I don't want to call it a fishing game, but you're on a fishing boat and you kind of go catch fish. You got a lot of, it's really creepy to say the least. So we'll let you watch the trailer.
Like Cthulhian, as some would say, or Lovecraftian.
Yeah, yeah, and the art, as you can see, is very unique, you know. But a lot of this, like you see here, you go out, you catch fish, you have a very, very limited inventory. So it's kind of like you're playing Tetris with your inventory. So you can take so much stuff back. You see, you get the money there. And it's kind of rinse and repeat, but you have a bunch of islands you can go to. You can get bigger fish, you know, upgrade, all that fun stuff. But yes, this game was up for an award. Honey, yeah. And I've heard I don't think there is a negative review on the game. The only thing I haven't played it is because there's apparently the gameplay is like 10, 15 hours. So, but it has been on my watch list for a long time. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do live action because it's going to be dark. It's going to be creepy. You just look at that. Look at that
story.
That's fucking awesome.
I like the smoke.
And there's your lighting.
Fake lighting, but yeah.
But as soon as I get some time, I'm definitely gonna go play it. Just sometimes it's hard when people put that. I hate when they put that in reviews. Oh, there's only 10 hours a game, you know, 10, 15. It's not very expensive. I think was on sale for like $8 at one time. It's 24 now. Actually, no, that's the deluxe. 22. So I guess 22 nowadays, 15 hours, that's not too bad. But you guys can see the art style here. So I wonder how they're going to translate this into a live action. Are they going to keep some of the art kind of, are they go in full, you know, full live action? It's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to watch this. But we'll have to see the release date too, and then make sure we play the game before the release date.
Right.
Oh wait.
So give us early access, Black Salt.
Yeah, we'll definitely
I thought it was already out.
yeah, this game's out. The game's been out for a while. I think
I meant for the movie, not the game.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, Oni. You had your hand up.
I think to do the style justice, I think really the best way would be to use as many practical effects as possible, and honestly, build a lot of sets. I would not be using real rocks. I would be having those hand carved. I'd be having. I mean, yeah, the water would probably be real. Okay, I'm not saying bend the laws of reality, but I think if they went with the almost like graphic novel style of a lot of Borderlands cosplayers,
yeah.
I like Mojo said, yeah, I think a little bit of noir would work as well. I think a lot of it's going to have to be done atmospheric, and don't use a lot of dialogue. Please let the actions speak for the movie.
Story driven.
I don't foresee them making it a full-length movie. I would assume this would be a short film, which would still be a huge investment, but I think it'd be really, really cool. But I think I personally, if it were me, I would stick to as many practical effects as possible and really, really settle in with that style of, you know, graphic novel, you know, lines to make it look like it's drawn, a lot of flat color or cell shading for that.
Suggestion, perhaps using the same style that they used for Sin City when they brought that to theaters.
Yeah.
I was a child when that came out, but I would assume so because that also had a very graphic novel style. I mean, even 300 still has some of that action comic to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would not be using just get a little tugboat and just find a lighthouse. No, 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 no. We gotta age this thing, we gotta distress this thing, we gotta stick to the style and really sell it. And especially if they can really get into like face painting for it. I think that could be really cool.
No, that's a
You
good
can't make
idea.
this game pretty, or you can't make the movie pretty. You gotta make it
No.
really ugly. You gotta
Like
make
grimy,
it
right?
look disgusting. That's the only way to make it look good. Well, I mean, maybe some of the fish can look normal, okay?
I don't think there is a normal fish.
That one fish on the table was normal.
Well, I mean, it was kind of a marlin, yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's like
Three-eyed
stingrays.
fish.
And there's seagulls. Oh, look, a marlin. Look at that thing. No, that's a
No,
swordfish.
don't kill me, no.
That's a small swordfish, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marlin are huge.
My cousin does deep sea diving. Like he catches sailfish and stuff like that.
I'm interested to see how this plays out. So.
I'm really curious how they're gonna do it. Like, if I have very little faith in Hollywood's inner workings these days.
Depends on who's
But
going to do it too.
This, like, I'm curious. Like, I'm really intrigued. Who's gonna do it? How it's gonna be done? I want to see some making of. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
But if they're gonna, God forbid, they try to do a full-length movie, full dialogue, full like real effects. If they do practical effects, that might save them. But
there's not a
they
lot of
basically
dialogue
do
in the
everything that
game.
Oni said don't do.
Right?
And I start seeing that, I'm like, nah.
Game over. Yeah. Yo, what if they actually did do that and included 3 different endings? And depending on the time you went to the movie theater, you could watch the different ones.
Ooh,
that's interesting.
Got
That's very creative,
25,000 positive. Another 1,000 very positive. No, overwhelmingly positive. Sorry, and very positive.
Good.
So. I don't know how many copies it sold. We'll have to
making copies.
I mean, painting the beard would be a bitch. But I mean, if
go to the
wanted
next
to make
slide,
a prosthetic beard and have
Yeah.
that painted, that could look really fucking cool. Because then all you have to do is blend really the face makeup.
Kind of like Oni. It's like Santa.
Thank you, Badger.
The Santa where he was like the evil Santa and he had that it looked like it wasn't painted on, but it was a really weird looking beard from Santa Claus. Tim Allen. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh yeah.
The Santa Claus 3.
Yeah, it was when he was like the bad evil Santa.
Oh, that's
well, the clones
toy,
maybe. Yeah, the clone.
The toy version. So
yeah,
that way he can go home and fix his family. Yeah. I watch all the Santa Claus movies. I'm sorry, it's a guilty pleasure.
Then we got the ring bitch in here.
It's my ex-wife.
Idea.
I actually have a Tim Allen
9 endings, and each ending having different level of rarity.
But here's the secret: only 8 of them get published.
So the true ending is the unpublished one.
I'm using the double
Not
finger
saying I'm
for
evil, but
got the double.
Not
You're
saying
evil.
I'm evil, but
I am
fucking shady.
it's like, well, I mean, technically there were 9 endings. Just I didn't release the last one for you guys.
That's gonna be
Then how's
released
it 9?
20
Because
years.
technically I own the last one.
You say I'll release it in 20 years, kind of like what Prince did with the song 1999 that he released in the 80s. Just so that way you can have another hit 20 years later, 10 years later, or 20 years later, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And a party like it's 1999.
And all our computers are going to crash.
Then when everyone had finally settled down, arguing over which is better, all have been found, casually mentioned the 10th ending.
That you never published.
It's like James Cameron with Avatar. Is there going to be another Avatar? No. 20 years later. Oh, there's going to be 3 more.
Really? Because he was contracted for 5.
Yes.
Did I tell you guys I turned down the third Avatar movie?
No.
I got called for an interview for Avatar 3. And I didn't tell you the story?
Maybe you get turned down so much.
I get turned down so much. It's kind of like my dating life, right, Oni?
I wouldn't know. I'm not in your DMs or anything.
No. No, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. The company emailed me and said, yeah, we want to give you an interview. Are you okay with it? It's like, we're thinking about hiring you. Da, 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 da. It's like, but the job is in LA. And I'm like, oh really? He's like, yeah. It's like, well, it says hybrid in the application. It's like, no, it's in LA. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm not going to LA.
That's false advertising.
Yeah, I think they put hybrid. They said they said it wasn't there, but I could have sworn I read it. So, but they said it was LA based. I'm like, you couldn't. If you paid me $250,000 opposed to like 125 that you're offering, I still wouldn't go. So I turned down a $125,000 gig.
It's okay, because if you had to go to LA, you'd be barely scraping by anyways with that money.
Yeah, I'd be living in a closet for $3,000 a month. I've done that in LA. I've done that in LA. It's not fun. Like living in a fucking closet for 3 years. That's horrible.
Yeah, my friend told me, he went out there to do movies and shit. Yeah, he spent his whole life savings.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and like I couldn't get another movie, and I lost about 15 grand trying to find work. I'm like, I'm out. I'm like, I was talking to the guy for Tangled for 6 months to get on Tangled. It was called Rapunzel at the time, didn't get it. But anyways, no one wants to hear those fucking stories of my immense failures. Anyways, moving on. Who this? New phone. Who's this?
I have no idea about this one.
So some devs and directors are making their own studios.
Oh.
It's boding well for the future of the gaming industry and AAA game companies. So the former creators of I don't know where they were, Bungie. Yep. The creative director of Bungie, and there's another one in there, according to Michael McWhorter. A team led by the former creative director on Destiny announced Tuesday that they're working on a new game under parent company Probably Monsters, the studio founded by former Bungie president and CEO Harold Ryan. The new development team is named Hidden Grove, and it's working on an optional multiplayer competitive adventure game built on, wait for it, the Unreal Engine. Your favorite thing in the world, guys. Former Bungie creator director Chris Opdahl is serving as general manager of Hidden Grove. Opdahl is joined by designing directors Raylene Deck and Grant McKay, who worked on Destiny as senior design leads. Hidden Grove also includes talent that has worked on Halo, Destiny, Mass Effect, D&D, and other AAA gaming properties. This is according to Polygon.com, by the way. .com. Developers on the Hidden Grove team didn't add much detail about what their unannounced game will be, but Opdahl hinted in an interview with Polygon that it will have battle royale elements. The team's project has been fully incubated, developers said, and will go into closed alpha sometime this summer. So they have a lot of top talent coming from these companies, but they're missing one person.
You.
Yo, I mean,
so according to the article, they got people from Halo, Destiny, Mass Effect, Dungeons and Dragons, and a bunch of other AAA gaming properties.
Yeah, they got good pedigree there. Yep. Looks like.
And Mojo, to answer that question, Bungie was actually really good in the beginning.
Oh yeah, they were
much
really good
like Blizzard was really good in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we all see what happened once they all got taken over by Microsoft and
Greedy, give me money.
And the sex
want-
scandals.
yeah.
That too. Yeah.
But
Welcome to the show.
anyways, you just keep hitting that button.
We're Laggin Out Live, guys. If you haven't seen us before and don't know whether you like us or not, just hit the follow anyway, because I'm sure you're gonna like us. Because we're fucking awesome. Hit the follow button. You don't hit the biddies, but we love biddies and subs. But we love even more when you follow us on our social media and our lives on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much, Hiro Nakamura, for that 100.
Nakashima.
I know. Hiro Nakamura is from Heroes, the
Yeah,
show on NBC.
from like 20
That's why I
years
keep on
ago.
saying Hiro Nakamura. It's like one of my favorite characters on there. I love flawed characters. But yeah, go
So,
ahead.
If I were to throw an opinion out into this ring, I'm
Try
interested.
for us.
I just color me intrigued. I'm interested.
Color you confused.
They've got a lot of big names. You said that yourself there, Chieftain.
Yes, sir.
And I just want to know what they're working on. The fact that they threw Battle Royale out there is an automatic turnoff for me because I'm not
red flag.
interested in that.
Yeah, but
I don't call it a red flag. It's just a game type that I'm not interested in.
It's a flavor of the month, in my opinion. Everyone has it.
Yeah, but it's been a flavor of the month for like the last 10 years.
been a while, yeah.
I like Battle Royale games. Like, people make me play it, and I get a lot of views for it, so that's what I do it for. I don't particularly enjoy it. I enjoy the people I play with. Like my two nephews play Fortnite, and it's the only reason why I play it. I play it once a week. It's like, oh, you're only a level 2, Uncle Chieftain? I'm like,
no.
Yes, because I only play with you guys because I love you guys and I want to play with you guys, but I don't play with anybody else. They don't get it. They're like, oh, you suck. I'm like, yeah, but at least you get to play with me.
You shit. Get shit
Hang on. So if you don't level up to what they think you should be, you suck. If you were to just play however you want and fucking decimate them, you would still suck.
Yeah.
I guess.
You know, at least I'd be earning their fucking tears.
They're only 8 and 5 Oni, so I can't really
Oh
do
well,
that.
this is what they asked for. Welcome to reality.
Enter the school of hard knocks.
Let me taste those tears. They're nice and salty. So you're saying I should train myself and get a little better and just beat their asses?
Yep.
No, I'm just saying, take the training
you,
wheels off their bicycles.
She name bought her. Shoot him in the head a couple times.
I can't. The Chronos doesn't work on Fortnite. It has anti-cheat on it.
Oh,
Have a secret account.
There we go.
So what
Just
do you
say,
got?
assuming I have the Chronos, but go ahead.
What do you got, Soda?
I'm with you on this one. I mean, sounds like a bunch of good. I'm hoping they grab the people that are passionate about video games, that want to make something good and not just make money. That seems to be
like Mark.
Everything we've talked about for. Yeah, I mean, look at all the shit we've talked about over the years. It's like everybody is just there for the money. We need the original Blizzard type people who want to make fucking good games. You know, like.
Give us some fucking money.
Well, hopefully they get money. I mean, I don't mind that they make money to make a good game. I mean,
right?
That's my philosophy anyway. Like, that's why these indie companies are killing people. Like, they're making games that are fun. People want to play. Like,
that's why I threw out Mark Kern's name. He was one of the original World of Warcraft devs, and he's the guy who's been out there talking the most about the state of gaming lately, coming from the development community.
that is
It's
good.
wild.
Yeah. We're professionals. Yeah. It used to make you want to go be a game designer, game developer. Now it's kind of like, fuck no.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a little nugget, a story that I heard
golden?
recently. Oh yeah, it's golden.
Sweet.
It's not a corn kernel though. Don't worry.
Be the change.
Be the change.
We're good. I mean, I came up with a game idea, but Maya said it was for Lagging Out to make. I won't spoil it. So.
Well, so Mark Kern actually said that the moment he decided to leave Blizzard, happened. Like he said, he remembered it keenly, like picturesque, perfectly, because of how much like the moment was like, whoa. He said that it was a release party. They just released one of the biggest titles that they'd ever released. It was a big deal. Everybody was celebrating. If this failed, the company would go under because they were still a small studio of less than 100 people, blah, blah, blah. And then right after they started the celebration for the release party in the office, one of the executives came to him and said, "All right, you need to lay off all these people." And he looks at them and says, "No, not going to do it. We these people are family. Everybody that we work with is family. We've been pushing that in our culture. We've been telling everybody that for years now. Well, we're a real company now."
Wow.
And he said that was the moment where he made his decision right there.
Which company was this again?
He worked for Blizzard.
Blizzard. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this was Mark Kern. He worked for Blizzard. He actually worked on World of Warcraft, on Diablo 2, a couple other games.
Crazy, dude.
All of them. He mentioned several Warcraft titles that never got released that he worked on. Like, it was wild. But yeah, like,
whoa, dude.
Whoa, dude.
What do you say to that?
Whoa, dude.
I say there's no company that's like a family. I fucking hate that term. Like when I was like working at a certain company, like we're like family. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm one of the redheaded stepchildren because I'm a contract. So I'm out by September. So you're not treating me like family. I get these looks after I leave. Well, the company doesn't exist anymore. Sure, teeth. But
yeah.
I get there early like you're supposed to. You get there before your clock in time, right? We don't clock in, but it was just it got weekly salary, which is what they wanted anyway. And then I leave at like 7 or 8, and I'm getting these looks as I'm walking. I'm like, why is everyone looking at me and they're still here at 7? And if you're not pulling 65, 70 hours a week, like you're almost shunned.
Oh yeah.
But I almost had to say, like, I finished my stuff early. I'm going home. I go, I actually told somebody my mental health is more important than this job. I go, you'll learn, like when you guys are working in the industry, you'll learn not to break your ass all the time for a company because they don't give a fuck about you.
No.
They don't not give a fuck whether you're in retail or you're working for Disney. They do not give a fuck how hard you work. Now, I was nicknamed the horse at this other company because I was knocking out shots, finishing stuff, and getting stuff done. I worked hard. You know, I work overtime, but I'm not breaking my ass anymore. I'm not working 80 hours a week anymore for a company that doesn't give a shit about me.
No, you can't.
And as long as you people, as long as you people in the industry realize it, they don't give a fuck about you, that's when you have the power. That's like, I have experience. I'll walk off. No, don't walk off. I'm like, I'll do anything. I'm like, all right, I want to leave at 6 o'clock. I want $80 an hour. And I want to stop training all the fucking interns. Because guess who the interns went to, Hero, when they needed to get trained up?
Naturally.
Me. So not only am I doing my fucking work, I'm training up noobs and interns to help me. Noobs. No, they're here to help me. They should be hitting the ground running like I had to do. Now, I have a learning disability, ADHD, but I'm fucking good at what I do. Like, it takes me a little bit of time, but then I'm faster than the leads. So
fast
they just
fuck, boy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy, and it's not good because I get hourly pay and I work too fast. So you gotta as new or mid-level, you have to know your worth. Don't break your ass and give up family time, like you have kids or something like that, family, pets, whatever. Don't give up that time. Like, work-life balance is very important.
Absolutely.
This is what this guy's talking about here. When they stopped giving a fuck about him, he stopped giving a fuck about them. He was like, you know what? I'm leaving, and I'm going to do it better. That's what these seniors are doing now. They're leaving, doing their own film. I'll get off my soapbox now.
Mark Kern actually said, was actually telling the story of how he got into the industry. He was talking about when he was I think, and if I had my guess, and I'm pretty confident in my guess, that the timeline that he worked with Blizzard was well before your time in the development
Yeah.
pipeline, as well as my time, because I'm significantly.
Yeah, they had punch cards for programmings, right? The computers on the sides of a room.
Well, he was talking about coding, like coding video games as a hobby back in like the 80s.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, Soda, Oni.
Get shit on, kid.
Already
That's the
went.
way I feel about them. Not these guys, but the people that treat us like shit. But
Oni.
Oh, I mean, I'm glad to see so much. I'm glad to see people going out and making the change that they want to see. That there are some who's, we call them the old guard, that they still believe that there are certain things, certain strategies, certain methods, techniques, overall beliefs. I say that very loosely. This is not in terms of you have to follow this, that, or the other. It's how the business should be run, how the games, how gamers want to see games and play games, how to conduct oneself. There, some of these folks who have been ousted by their own groups are saying, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself." You want it done right, you do it yourself, and this is just a key factor in that. And I understand a resume isn't everything, but I'm as far left as the pendulum is swinging. That pendulum's about to start swinging right back. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go all the way right or all the way left, but I am saying it's, if this last year or the last previous years in gaming, especially the awards shows, have told us anything, it's that people will play whatever games make them feel the best or give them the most bang for their buck. And I mean, the CEO of Larian Studios, yeah, he's basically doing fucking victory tours every time, saying, if you want to succeed, this is how you do it. How do we know? Because we're doing it. We've been saying it for years. This should not be news.
We've been here for years.
It's working. So
don't call it a comeback. No.
It works. It works. You just gotta fucking do it. But instead of worrying about, oh my gosh, but what about this? I mean, even if you're looking at some of the more, let's say, extraplanar species or races, like the Githyanki, Lae'zel is still very attractive. Karlach is still very attractive.
He is.
Yes, she is.
I mean, Shadowheart is still obviously very attractive.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, me too.
You can have attractive female characters. It's almost like it's not a sin. I just don't understand. Like, and they gave good storylines for everybody. They had great voice cast. The voice cast loved what they did. The community that they built, that they also partly didn't really expect. So, these young cats who think they're all cool and know how it's all gonna go, motherfucker, we haven't been alive long enough to see that shit. You're about to get your shit kicked in, and then you're gonna cry about it.
Gearbox.
Oh my god.
Which is not even Gearbox anymore.
Yeah, Chief bought it.
Gearbox, I always thought was they're in North Texas near Dallas, but the main office is in San Francisco, apparently. I tried to apply there 50,000 times. Shart. I don't get it.
It's what some people nicknamed her because short for Shadowheart.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm like, wait. I know you're not sliding my DMs, but how many times do you monitor me in the bathroom today? Because when you said shart, it was gonna give me flashbacks of today.
That's
like
a you thing. That's got nothing to do with it.
I feel like I dropped 10 pounds, Oni. No joke. I feel 10 pounds
Have you
lighter today.
considered that something might be making you ill?
Can we talk about this right now? Just you and me?
I've told him to get checked every night.
It's
I'm just kidding. No, because
it's the metformin. I
It's the
told you
metformin.
this.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, so it's the medicine. Like I was assuming it was going to be the medicine.
It's yeah, that's part of it. It's not all of it.
Yeah. Okay. So part of what
Some people say I'm
metformin
full
does,
of shit though.
part of what metformin does is prevent your body from processing
Carbohydrates.
excess carbs and
Really the
excess
enemy.
fat. So it comes out nastily.
Greasy discharge.
Wow, dude.
Anybody need their oil changed?
Well, it is the weekend, so it'd be your prime candidate to help you.
No.
There we go.
I pass. I hear it every night.
Welcome to the show.
I'm gonna meet that chick.
Someday.
No, it's AI anyway. So that whole song is AI, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool. Saved me about $10,000.
That was
Good
wondering.
lord, I bought you a new one so you didn't have to do it.
I was wondering when he would make an appearance.
Yeah, I look Oni, no joke. I look forward to you taking the stuffed animal out every time you go on a show.
Mostly because I torment Soda, and you want to see me torment Soda.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
it's
They
fun.
everybody
very
wants to see you
cathartic.
torment soda.
Well, good news, Oni. They're coming out with Starian's first Funko Pop.
I hate Funko Pops. They're so overdone at this point.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Aren't they
I
going
mean-
out of business?
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought they were.
No.
They're like Beanie Babies at this
They
point,
had
right?
whole freaking Connexes full outside of their warehouses of unsold
No, they just
merchandise.
keep making more.
Yeah, they just keep making more because that's a good idea when you have too much.
I don't have my Funko Pops in here right now. I mean, I'm sure I've got like one or two, but I have a few. Okay, I'm not gonna lie and say I don't, and I don't think all of them are bad. But I mean, they don't. Most of them are just blank. They don't do anything. You know. And I don't
Some
know.
of them. some of
Sometimes
them have-
statues weird me out because it's almost like their eyes are following you. Maybe it's a Japanese thing where statues come to life and that weirds me out and I don't like that.
Well, no, that's the I get that weird feeling too when with statue type things.
Oh, mine talk to me. They're not supposed to.
That's a problem. Soda.
Can't see my pickle Rick. He's cut off in the photo. One hero gave me.
I didn't realize that pickle.
Is that
was
soda in the top
big.
left-hand corner? Is that a soda? Is that a hero Funko in the top left? Wearing sunglasses?
No. He's from Borderlands.
Oh, it kinda
Oh,
looks
that
like Hero.
guy.
Yeah, he's the very first Borderlands collector's edition came with. Marcus, yeah, Marcus.
Yep, Marcus.
And then you got Cartman Bra and Tweak and Craig, and then I got the whole collection of Butt Stallion and all them,
Blood Stallion.
and then Deadpool. I might buy a Starian just so
Please don't
I
buy the
couldn't-
thirst trap one. That's weird.
I'm
That's
going
so
to.
weird.
You haven't done the historian voice in a long time.
She's about to clear her throat.
No, I'm not.
Attention, darlings.
We did that like 2 weeks ago.
Attention, darlings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ah, yes.
I donated the Claptrack voice model today. Nice.
All right. So apparently DreamWorks is unionizing. Chieftain, what's the
Attention.
inside
The
line on
preceding
this one?
content is intended for
What's the inside track record going with this one?
Seems like we talk about.
Apparently, DreamWorks had around 160 employees unionize. Is this changing the animation and art market? Where are the guilds when you need them to keep tabs on other guilds and groups? So it is happening. They are finally unionizing, which Hero hates because he doesn't like people getting fair wages for a fair amount of time. He likes them to be poor, and he loves greedy corporations making a lot more money than they should. So he's against unions. So he's a union breaker. He's a scab. He's a scallywag.
Yes,
and a garbage human. Because he doesn't believe in unions. No, just kidding. As you could tell from him like laughing, is like, oh, here it comes. But I'll use the same argument I did with the other union that we were talking about last week. Not a bad idea. Only 160 let's say students. Wow. 160 employees. So it's not a big guild or big union. So for the most part, it's not the rate of pay for it's not really the rate of pay that they're unionizing. It's job stability, Hero. Because when you're working in the industry, as you know, because I tell you my nightmare stories, because apparently everyone else has success stories and I never do because I must be not a good artist or something. You're contracted and then you're gone. There's no, that's it. They give you this empty promise like, if you do good, little boy, we'll extend your contract, but that never happens.
Yeah.
So this protects that. This says, okay, if you're keeping this person on, you need to keep them on for this amount of time and not just cut them off. Also gives them incentives, 401k, healthcare, that sort of thing for the allotted time, which companies are already doing. I know for a fact Sony did that with me. I had healthcare with them. So for a contract, 6-month contract, I actually had healthcare. So for that amount of time.
Impressive.
Yeah. I also had a 401k set up. Remember, I think I was talking about that before the show. I actually have a 401k from Sony Pictures. I was only there for 6 months. And I think I only had 1,500 in there. And now it's like, it's a lot more. I'm not going to reveal how much I have in there, but
way more than you expected.
Yeah, I looked at it today. I'm like, holy shit, it recovered. So that's probably why this union's having. That's why they're unionizing. But let's go around the horn here. Soda, you want to comment on this? You say it's a good idea, bad idea. You say that they're
I'm all
greedy
for.
motherfuckers. What do you think?
No. I mean, you look at us, like, if we had something to take care of us, that would be great. So
Right.
we don't. They can pay us what they pay, as you know.
Pay us what we owe.
And then give us a raise, and they try to pass on the back, and you're like, you're still
$50.
like 1/3 of what we get paid anywhere else. You know, like, so.
You don't like your $50? You don't like your $50 a week raise?
I mean, no. Should have been like 3 times what we're getting paid. We've been maybe closer, but
yeah,
it's okay. I mean, it's. We look at a lot of these corporations, and they know they can't get away with it because, like you know, you've been trying to get job forever, so they can get these kids to come in and that don't know how to say no, you know, for less money. So, yeah, I think there are, you know, like, just say if you were in a union, a guild, or, you know, whatever, for the last 20 years, you wouldn't have to worry about shit right now, right? I mean, like, they would take care of you, you know. I have no problem as long as, you know, it's taking care of the people. Now, if they're going too far and they're greedy and they want their fucking, you know, too much in, what do you call it, royalties, then that's a different story. But
over asks, yeah.
You know, I mean, everything's going up, salaries are going down. You know, even fast food, $30 for 2 people to eat McDonald's now. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Don't eat McDonald's.
Excuse me, sorry, retarded.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not just
Dang.
McDonald's. It's just cost of food in general has gone up. So
Yeah.
Then you got people like Gavin out there. Let's make minimum wage $50, you know, and then they got to jack
That's
the
for fast
prices
food
up, and
companies.
yeah, they got to jack it up here, you know, like I don't know when will ever be normal, if our country will ever be normal again. But
Let's move to Belize. You can get a lobster dinner for like
oh, I found it
$1.
cheaper. Found a cheaper company. I don't know if I. Yeah, I was
You
looking
found
at
a
it.
cheaper country?
Yeah, I'm
You
like,
can go to Iceland? You can go to
No.
Iceland?
You trying to
no.
buy the whole country now?
Well, the happiest country is in Sweden. That's the
Apparently.
Yeah, someone said like, "Oh, I love like I moved I revoked my citizenship in the United States and went to Sweden because everything here is paid for." He said, "He's like it's a 48% tax rate, but you don't have to pay for anything." I go, "You know, you're paying for everything in the taxes." No, I don't have to pay for everything. You're paying stuff. You're paying almost half your paycheck for taxes.
But see, in America, we pay. They would take out of our taxes. They take out the shit we buy. They take. You know, like we can't win.
You get taxed at basically an 80% rate. If you calculate everything from your paycheck to the end of the day that we get taxed on, it's basically 80%.
Yeah, you get taxed on the same dollar multiple times.
Yeah,
But
see,
they
and
can, you
that's-
can go to the doctor for free. It's like for free. Like that's it. You don't have to worry about
yeah, but also universal haircut, healthcare. You can look at.
Haircut.
I want a universal haircut. Nice fade.
I mean, you can't have one like mine, but it could take a year and a half to get any kind of major procedure done too, because the lines are that long. So
yep,
you gotta look at it both ways. So
There's size of like a state.
Yeah.
The population. I looked it up as he was talking. I was debating him, and it was like I don't remember what it was, like 4.5 million people. I'm like, yeah, that's how much people. That's how many people there are in New York City. I'm like,
yeah,
that's literally nothing. That's like a state for us. So
Oni,
they're like, oh, we have it's a lot better here. I'm like, and we have the best military. I'm like,
yeah.
I know people in the military that will give you a good debate on that.
So Oni, what do you think on this?
Yes, Oni.
I mean, it's too early to tell. It's weird that they unionize within a company. Usually you would make a guild or something, depending on, what kind of group you're part of. Like I put in the chat, what a shock.
Right.
Hollywood doesn't actually stand for what they say they stand for.
Right.
They don't like unions, but they require unions in order for you to work most of the jobs. They don't want the unions getting out of line.
Yeah.
So they unfortunately cause their own demise, it seems. They're their own worst enemy. Now, obviously, they're not the only reason why life in California is just hell, but they do make it worse for basically everybody, even though they're only in a small portion of the actual state. So, I hope it works out for them. I do, because, this is their livelihood on the line. Unionizing can be a huge risk, because now you're hoping everybody is all together
Big
and
old
no one's
target
gonna
on your back,
fuck
man.
you over or ask for something stupid. I don't trust people. Okay. I don't like trusting people. It tends to not go well. There are a few times where it will, but tends to be just don't do it. Don't entrust anything important to other people. Just don't. What, Chieftain?
I was trying to be funny. Like I can't be trusted, so I was doing this. That went over like a lead balloon. Trying to be funny, but yeah, makes sense. But they say Oni is keep your friends close.
Enemies
your
closer.
enemies
Yes, aware.
closer.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for. The obvious.
Yes,
totally.
That's why we keep our girlfriends close. Oh wait.
What girlfriends?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah. We
What
had
do you
this
think,
discussion previously, Chieftain. You mentioned that it's the small unions that are the winners.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that'll take care of you. It's the corporate over bloated ones like,
Yeah.
Teamsters that will ruin lives. Unions that don't trust unions in general. Had bad experiences with unions, getting dragged into the security office and accused of stealing merchandise from the UPS truck when I was like No, I was
Stop
just
stealing shit.
loading this fucking truck. Like you told me to. Yeah. So and the union didn't do anything to help me on that one. um so
Why you
yeah,
stealing boxes? You gonna build a clubhouse?
yeah, I'm stealing boxes. I'm shoving them in my cargo pockets in my pants. Like boxes.
At least you're not stealing motherboards like Soda was doing.
Whoa, dude.
Whoa, dude.
Oh, dude.
But yeah,
Whoa, dude.
I also think it's a bad time for unionization in general, considering, with inflation being up and layoffs happening en masse. You're looking at it's like a kid asking daddy for a fucking pony when daddy lost his job. It ain't gonna happen right now, buddy. You're
Why would a
asking
dude
for,
want a pony?
Give us some fucking money.
said a kid.
No, you said. Never mind.
It's like that. It just doesn't seem like a good idea right now, especially with you've got inflation up, you've got layoffs happening en masse, you've got um all around. I think overall industries and markets are contracting. I know several of them in the tech space are consolidating. Streaming as a whole is failing, which everybody entertainment has banked on streaming over the last couple of years, and it is not going over well. It's not a good idea to unionize at this point in time. Now, the situation might be slightly different for DreamWorks, at least this group of 160 employees, and it might be a good move. But in general, I don't think it wise. Tactically, I think it is an error. Because I've seen portions of companies get sold off to avoid unions.
Wow.
So, again, your mileage may vary.
Yes, I paid $15,000 more for my car because of unions.
Them nuts are expensive.
I know. I told you I have a problem with people with no skills or skills that are below mine, in my opinion, getting paid 45, 50 bucks an hour for no real skill.
Right.
Those are the unions I have problems with. The unions that I have not a problem with are the small ones that have actually a skill, like architects or something like that, or doctors, or, well, not doctors, probably not a good example, but costume designers, let's just say, hypothetically speaking. Graphic artists, motion graphics, animators, directors, that sort of thing. People with like a marketable skill that requires apprenticeships, college education, or somewhere in between. So it's just like, hey, we're coming out of school with a lot of fucking loans here.
Yeah.
We want to eliminate any type of bullshit that stops us from paying those loans, because I don't think someone else should have to pay for them. You know who you are, you old fuck. Crooked Joe. Anyways, I'm an adult. I want to pay my own bills. I don't need a handout. It's emasculating for me as a person that I'm not a child, but I want to be sure to pay my own way and have some sort of security in this world. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just asking for a fair shake. I think that's all they're doing. I don't think that's your problem. I think your problem is with the bigger unions that like destroy companies, and I'm on board with you on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
Like we
there
just-
is
we
look at
just
that.
saw
We
that-
have difference of opinion and we compromise like human beings. Look at that.
We saw what happened
Without burning
with the
down a police
writers
station.
union, with the writers union and with the
Yeah.
actors.
Well, fuck them, dude. Like, fuck those assholes.
It's funny,
They
all of those
over-ask.
writers, like at least the activist ones,
Yeah.
they lost their jobs. And
Good.
now they're out there complaining on social media that they have to go drive for fucking Uber and Lyft and bartend again.
You play with fire, you're gonna get burnt.
I'm not saying what I said last time.
Oh, on the video? Yeah. Play with a dick, you can get pregnant. That was on the clip editing. That you didn't say that last time. It was on the video I was editing.
Oh well, it's even funnier.
But yeah, when you over ask and take advantage of a situation, that's what I have a problem with.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know. I've never run for an office because I'd get shot in the first week. We'll give you We'll give you $10,000. Like, nope. Why? Because that's not what they want. Boom. Chieftain found dead in a river, portion of his body eaten by alligators. You know, like some shit like that.
Deemed suicide.
Yeah.
Right.
Deemed suicide.
And shot in the
Found
back of the
dead.
head.
Presumed suicide.
Multiple gunshot wounds found.
He was just heard talking to his family members saying that he was not suicidal. So if something happened, something actually was wrong. Well, we just still think it's suicide. Wait, what?
Like the guy from Boeing?
Yeah, it's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah. And no, Oni, we don't have police officers riding on the backs of alligators. You said that one time. It was funny. You were making a joke.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking about cops on horseback, and you made the comparison to Floridian police officers riding on backs of alligators. Remember that?
No,
Not really, but I'll take your word.
It was the way you delivered it was very funny. You were in a very good mood that night. It was you were cracking. That was I actually found a clip of a cop on top of an alligator for the clip.
Well, that doesn't surprise
me. No.
There should be no surprise here.
It was pretty funny. All right, so the question here, I didn't actually hit the thinking music last time, so. Who came up with the question this week? Was it Badger or was it Soda?
Soda.
I know you take credit for everything. You sure it wasn't Badger?
No, it was me.
Okay. Because Badger did a great job on the slides.
Like I said, when we go down, I usually ask her if she can answer. That's too easy.
And a shout out to our producer, Badger, for doing a great job on the slides. Thank you so much, Badger. We appreciate you.
Yep.
And fuck you, Soda, for making hard questions on the trivia.
This was a good one, I thought.
Yeah, it was. Which former president was asked and declined the role of the in-game president of Fallout 3? A. Donald Trump. B. Bill Clinton. Or C. George W. Bush.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
With that woman. George W. seems like a CEO from Baltic. You're probably right there. He probably has some already, some bolts.
All right, so most people said C. So
actually,
let's have a drum roll, please.
Most people were saying B in the poll.
Oh, B. I'm sorry, B. It was Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Oh. Someone put the dress on there with quote unquote milk. And this is why Honey Badger is a sick bastard and we love her. That was fun. Devil in the blue dress.
I will completely take ownership of the fault of this situation because I suggested it. Actually, I suggested something else and she said, I'm going to put a carton of milk on it. And I was like,
oh my God. Hello, Mariner. Welcome to the asylum. I think he would have made a perfect President Eden. The milk of human kindness.
Imagine if he did. How different.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
He probably didn't even know what he was turning down. Like, hey, Bill, you want to do the voice Fallout 3? What's that? Video game? No.
For a video game?
My wife won't let me.
She has my penis in her purse right now.
Got it in a box. It's detachable penis.
Pull up. Oh God, which host would fit well into the Fallout universe?
Happy birthday, Commander Shepard, 411.
Question.
I don't know.
Oh shit!
Happy birthday!
I didn't know. I didn't know
Commander.
Commander Shepard's birthday was 4/11. What's
not
up
know
with
that
this
either.
right here? There's like a. Looks like someone photoshopped it and forgot to paint this part out.
Thanks, Mojo.
I could see Soda running his own Raider gang. Wow.
I would get all mutants.
Is it Star Trek inspired or Star Trek based? I do not know. And we have one more announcement. Oops, wrong button. Happy birthday to Blacklight Oni and the Honey Badger.
Yay!
Happy 12th birthday to you guys.
I think they're finally old enough to drink, right?
Yeah, finally, right?
Jesus.
Did they just hit 21? Well, happy birthday, guys. We love you.
Of course, we love you.
I know you don't think it is a big deal, but we do. We're so glad that you were born 21 years ago today. Thank you. You're welcome.
I said thank you.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Is anyone else here?
No.
No. The mic went out, Oni. Sorry. So yeah, so happy birthday, guys. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. And also, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe on youtube.com/lagginout. That's youtube.com/lagginout. And don't forget to bang that bell. The top right-hand corner of the screen. Make sure everybody you know comes to join us. Yes. Also, check out all our social media outlets. Kick, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, Rumble, and Facebook.
Oh.
Check out our daily clips on YouTube Shorts and TikTok as well. Laggin_out on TikTok. We have the ability to go live there now simultaneously, but we can only stream on 4 different points. How dare they limit us to 4? We want to be on 54.
Kind of wondering if it might be. This is a discussion for another day, or for after the stream.
Oh, okay. And be sure to tell your friends about us, and tell your friends and your enemies and people that you might not know or on the street. It's like, how do you know Laggin Out? And then get the fuck away from me, you creepo. That's what I usually get. Because I got the tire bag with the Lagging Out logo, and I was like, what's that? I go, hit the QR code. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, okay. You're welcome. Give us money.
Give us some fucking money.
Give us some fucking money.
Exactly.
Bitches be thirsty.
Yeah, we are. So. Also, when I'm ever done with the trailer, you'll be checking out a bunch of our t-shirts. And of course, we're talking about the A10 Warthog. So this is inspired by the A10 Warthog and Oni's personal logo. The the IA10 Oni t-shirt that's be coming in our new store pretty soon. And if you're on Kick, we're shocked that you're there because no one actually watches us on Kick. But
why? I don't know.
I can't imagine why. Because they're all going to Widow Bears.
The damn you Widow Bears for not temping us out.
Yeah. Come on. Whip them boobies out. Give us some views.
Clip it and tag her.
Right? She said she's really bad at responses for that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's typical content creator answer there. It's like,
please don't take my money.
Right. I got some people watching the show over and over. Wow. That's awesome. So that means the whole country of Canada is watching us if 3 of your friends are watching, right?
That's right.
We're talking about the Fallout show.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's sorry. I just see on the top it says which host. I don't see the other text there because everything's like, oh, ad break in progress, all this stuff. I can't see anything in this chat. I made the font really big so I don't see a lot of this.
Damn.
I can't see. That's why I have trouble reading the website stuff sometimes. So
we're blind and
blind as fuck.
Yeah, it's bad when you're playing, your game on your iPhone. You can't see the fucking score because you're so blind. Like, what's my,
Yeah. Finish the next day though. Thank you. So that's all we have. So I think we'll call it a night, guys. What do you guys think?
All right.
Sounds good.
Running a little bit late, but that's okay.
We started late.
Yeah.
Hey there, welcome to the show.
On behalf of myself, Blacklight Oni, Hero, and Soda.
We're the host that you've been waiting for. Chieftain Hero, Blacklight Oni, and
Yeah, Soda.
Pop TV. Lagging Out wants to shout it about. Bringing you
On behalf of Blacklight Oni,
internet trends to the games we adore.
Hero, the IT guy, Soda Pop,
Night, guys. Thanks for watching. We love you.
Chieftain. We're Lagging Out Live. We'll see you next week.
Gotta keep it real, gotta keep it fresh. Lagging out with the best, no contest.
We're the best, no contest.
Lagging out, lagging out, lagging out. Lagging out.
Stay tuned for Tyrann Death right after the show. Check out Tyrann Death. Do not go anywhere or I'll find you and kick your ass.
Internet trends to the games we adore. All the movie buzz and so much more. Wants to shout it about. Bringing you the hottest news without a doubt.